Basically what he means, dude.
TopLobsta Productions.
In the shadows of the ancient ones, they never went away. They're still here today.
Level 'em, death squad. When the last trumpet sounds and the heavens crack, blah, 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 blah. Level 'em, death squad. Level 'em, death squad. Death squad. Death squad. Death squad.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of NDS Chronicles, the show where we read your paranormal testimony. Guys, if you want to send something for us to read and ultimately mock, but still, we're going to read it, and it might actually bear some good fruit, might be interesting, it might be cathartic for you. You can send that over to chroniclesnds@gmail.com. I am David Lee Corbo, aka The Raven. That is Matthew Hepner, merchant of Brownwater, host of Straight Bible, and also,
The little brother of disinformation.
I was going to say friend.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's going to be nice. The
David
little brother.
is usually on time when he's in the big chair.
I'm always on time. The only reason we're never on time is because of Top, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to...
I don't just blame Top, though. It's specifically Puerto Rico.
Yes, that is true. Puerto Rico, they're in a different time zone, right?
Yeah, it's called island time.
Yeah, so ever since his coming to the States, he's never acclimated.
Right. It's not even like a time zone. It's more of a time realm.
Yes, a time riff. So we're going to get into patreon.com/, I didn't pull it up, so I can't share it. Patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. Sign up there, gain early access to episodes, ad-free listening experiences, and access to communities of dangerous retards on Twitter, Discord, and Telegram. We just did another Bible study, the NDS Bible study, which as an acronym is NDSBS, which is very funny.
I like that.
And I have no part in that. Top has no part in that. Matt has no part in that. It's actually the community getting together and just doing a Bible study.
But it does remind you of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the BS USB.
I've never seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Great movie.
Also, it's a children's cartoon.
You crushed on the last show, dude. Like in Hebrews. And
Oh,
you were
really?
Like,
You think
yeah,
so?
you were basically asleep for the first, like, I don't know, half hour. You
Well,
did
I'm
come
supposed to produce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to
No,
produce.
but you were sleepy too. But even
Oh,
in
yeah.
that sleepiness, you did drop some hammers in that thing.
I was sleepy. It takes me a while. I usually wake up at like 7, but it takes me a while to like come out of it.
Yeah.
I just have like, the sleepies in my eyes and the sleepies on my face, and it's just hard for me to shake it off. And I try to drink a lot of water as soon as I wake up, drink some water, drink some black coffee, and still, yeah.
It just takes a minute. It's
It
okay.
does take a minute. It takes a minute to warm the old system up.
Gotta get warmed
So
up.
yeah, maybe go check that out, guys. That's live on YouTube. So after this show, you can go see the episode we just did on Straight Bible with Otis Fowler on it was Hebrews episode 5, which is pretty cool. And yeah, maybe I dropped a nugget or two, but it was a really cool episode, really fascinating stuff, great conversation. So go check that out.
Before we get into what we're going to do today, was there anything in the news over the weekend?
In the news over the weekend, I wasn't really paying attention to the news over the week. I've been busy.
Okay, solid.
I've been busy. My wife, I don't know if I have a button for that. She was hanging out with an old friend, and so NDS is no longer a conspiracy show. It's an anti-Orthodox church show. That's what's big in the news is that Top, while supposedly on vacation, has been fighting the Orthodox Church again. So nothing new here. I do find that when
Is that Top or is that a made up one?
He says Xerox is dead. So actually, I feel like it is Top. When Top goes on vacation, he always gets into fights on vacation. Top, have you noticed that correlation yet? You're supposed to be relaxing and unwinding.
Did you see him trying to pick a fight with me this weekend?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Yes, you did. We're in the group chat. I didn't take the bait.
What fight? Was he talking about the Jews or something?
Yes.
I didn't even really.
And I typed out a response and I was like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I didn't. Oh, it was what he was making fun of Missler?
No, Spurgeon.
He was making fun of Spurgeon. because he knows you love Spurgeon. Yeah, I just noticed that's a pattern. I'm a pattern recognition guy. Top goes on vacation and goes to war with people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's I think he doesn't know how to relax. He's
almost like
he's a guy that likes to work.
vacation.
He's a guy that likes to work. He's always working. If he's not working, I think he gets a little bit like
there he is.
He goes, no, fuck these guys. There he is. There he is. JKJJ says Top should listen to Danny Jones with Peter Lavenda because he would find 100 instances of problems with the Orthodox Church and intelligent community there.
Whoa. The intelligence community is in cahoots with orthos?
That means the Jews. And yeah, I can get that. Iran bombed some bases in Jordan this morning. Did they really? Yeah. This is talking shit is relaxing for Top. Hey, Jen, how you doing? Good to see you. So
that's the heart of TopLobsta right there.
Yeah. This is the heart of TopLobsta. I'm going to tear them down to the last stone.
Yeah.
No stone will remain stacked upon another.
Yes.
When TopLobsta is done with the Orthodox Church. Yeah. Yep. So he's been upset. I hope he manages to enjoy the rest of his vacation. Have a spot. David said, and this is what happens too. When he gets mad at other people, I also get hit in the crossfire. He called me retarded the other day, said that I was going to become Orthodox or something like that. I've literally not engaged with any of this. I've been completely busy, not looking at the internet at all. Actually enjoyed a really good time with my son. I took him to a place called the Celebration Station, which is like go-karts and laser tag.
In Leesburg?
No, it's in Clearwater.
Okay.
It was kind of a shithole, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, my son couldn't tell the difference. He loved it. And I'm going to be very honest with you.
I already know.
I'm going to be very honest with you.
I already know where this is going.
I showed up maybe on a bad day. I showed up on a bad day.
This is exactly what I try to explain to Jeff.
And I showed up while two school buses filled with
No.
They were all black. And let's just say you know, just manners and good behavior.
I saw your face.
Oh man. I pulled up, dude. I'm telling you, I pulled up on a weekday. It was a Thursday, I believe. A Thursday. Parking lot's empty except for, and I go, oh yeah, dude. Like, we're crushing. We're gonna have the time of our lives here. And then as I'm going to park, two school buses pull up, and I go, damn, man, we showed up on a day where the school trip, and then all of a sudden they start filing out. And I'm going, 1, 2. I'm looking for any white kids at all. Not a single white kid.
I don't like that like there's even a little bit of like an influence on me now that you do that.
I didn't do that. I didn't make the bus show up, and I didn't make them.
There's a thing you do. There's a look you do where you saw that bus and you probably went like this.
Recognize what was about to happen? Sure.
What happened?
They're just very rude. Very rude. No manners. It was just bad. It was just
like what? When they're waiting in line to get
Dude,
stuff,
I was waiting in line.
They cut in front of you?
It's so funny you should say that. So I'm waiting in line, and all of a sudden this little kid comes up to me and he goes, excuse me, can you move? And I'm looking like there's like, it's a ride. It's taken a long time. We've been waiting in this line for a long time. There's a couple of kids ahead of us. I'm doing the math. It's going to be a while that we're here. And I go, I'm sorry, what was that? And he goes, can you move out? I'm not going to do any bad voices. This isn't what it sounded like, but he said, can you move out of the way so that I can get in front of you? And I go, oh, no. No. We've been waiting here in line. You know, you got to wait here.
Explaining cutting to him.
And he goes, so y'all not going to move then? And I go, no. And he tries to like work around me, and I go,
he tried to juke?
No. And then he goes, oh, and he walks away. And then you can hear him and his friends all talking shit about me and my son. Also, we went go-karting, and for whatever reason, they all just deliberately smashed into my son, which is how you're doing gas-powered go-karts. You know, my kid's doing donuts now. He's spinning out in the... Look, I'm just saying it could have been a more pleasant experience. My son had a lot of fun. We went to the batting cages, and this kid, I go, hey, Jackie, hey, wait, what the hell's going on? Look, he's trying to get me wrapped up, and he's trying to say the right combination of words to get me in the fight. So we're at the batting cages, and there's a clear and distinct area marked on the ground over the plate that says, don't step here because you're going to get blasted with a ball.
Yeah, rules.
And I go, hey, Jack, come on, it's your turn. And he starts walking up, and I go, just don't step into that. And before I can say it, he steps directly into it, takes a ball to the knuckles.
Ooh.
Handles it really well, but never gets to swing the bat. Hand swells up. Is all.
He's tough, dude.
He's a tough kid. Didn't cry. But he was poor kid. He's under the weather right now. He's really feeling it. All right, so
who do you blame that on?
Probably the Jews. I don't think that they are necessarily doing frequency warfare against my child, but I also don't think that they're not doing frequency warfare against my child. So he's a little under the weather, and we're still determining if it is the poison in the food and the goy slop straight from Israel, or if it's the chemtrails in the sky that also the planes are piloted by the Jews. So, very problematic. All right, so we're going to get straight into this story. You're not going to be able to read any stories, Matt.
Why?
Well, because you don't have a laptop, and
I do have a laptop.
Yeah, it's just too complicated. Oh, hold on. Wait, Top's entered the studio. Or I think we're about to get yelled at about...
no, he just said he's going back in the pool. You got to put his last post up.
Oh, okay. Anyway, going back in the pool, fuck any and all Orthodox members. Leave the chat. Unbelievable. He's very nasty.
Right now.
The pool at your place? Or no, he would be here. He wouldn't be in that pool. He's on vacation. He's on the vacation pool. Where did he go?
I have no clue.
He has a habit of going to...
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, like highly ethnic areas.
Yeah.
And I think that stresses him out.
Do you know where he went?
He told me where he went.
I don't think he ever told me.
It was something exotic. Something exotic. The words were, the name was exotic. All right, I guess you know what? I'll put
Wait,
this...
like a flying vacation? Like they flew somewhere, or they're just like driving to the beach for the weekend?
I do believe he flew somewhere.
Huh.
I think they went to an actual vacation.
Huh.
Hey, what the heck is that? I don't know what that is, but
dude, a gold coin. Let's take it.
Thank you, JC. Hey, hi, JC. For the 10 gems gold coin. I don't know what that is.
It's gold, bro.
Oh, that's very cool. Very cool. Oh, wait. Hey, where'd that banner come from? Son of a bitch. Look at the banner at the bottom of the screen. Fuck the entire Orthodox Church and all its constituents. Did you put that? Did you do that? What is a gold coin? Thank you for the gold coin. I cannot believe this. What a terrible.
Wait, but so the Orthodox so-called what do you want to call it, doctrine or theology? Nobody has ever considered that like rational or good or anything. But somehow in the last few years, it's like made this huge uptick. Like it never seems like something you would fight with. You would just kind of ignore it.
Well, I think it got real big.
Can you not ignore it now because it's like a thing? Like it
depends on what your algorithm is, I think. So,
and is it just living off how stupid the so-called like they just call it Protestant? They try to divide it up like that. The show is so stupid, and there's so many people scamming for money in the 501c3 that somehow it's just this false idea that, well, you got to be one or the other. If you're not Protestant, if you know how stupid that is, then you got to be Orthodox.
Well, I'm naive to much of it, so I didn't detect that in any meaningful way. It's obviously much more on display lately. So what happened was Jay Dyer got on Tucker Carlson's, and he's a big Orthodox guy, big debate bro. So,
he can debate anything and win, though. It's not like Orthodox is right because Jay Dyer can win a debate about Orthodox.
No. And I like Jay Dyer. I don't know if that ship has sailed. I don't know.
Well, Top said he's a really good dude. That even like he showed up to Bohemian Grove
when he had diarrhea,
when he was sick, and he still showed up. He's like a good dude.
I got debate raped at the Orthodox Church, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt from TopLobsta.com, which is also where you can get your tickets to Bohemian Grove. So he was on Tucker Carlson's, and now because of that, Orthodoxy is back in the conversation. It was recently that the paid for baptisms became part of the conversation. So Orthodoxy was taking a real ass pounding. Which is, both fair and unfair. It's not every Orthodox church that's charging for baptism, but when you say that the only real way to be a Christian is to be part of the Orthodox Church, and then you find that there are so many instances of Orthodox churches charging all kinds of different fees for baptisms, you go, so you have to be baptized in the Orthodox Church to be a Christian, and the Orthodox Church is the true church, but then you find instances of them making you pay for it. You go, well, that's a stupid bullshit blanket statement. The most popular Orthodox saint is an open homosexual. Is that true? Oh, Is that Seraphim Rose? I think I heard that he was
Wait, but was somebody alluding to early in the show that it's a psyop, or that the agencies are involved in it?
Saying the intelligence agencies are wrapped up. And of course, the intelligence agencies are going to be wrapped up in every single major religious institution on earth. So that doesn't surprise me at all. I would say it's a given that would be the case. But to be perfectly honest, I haven't been paying much attention to it. I kind of did a thing, and I didn't realize the tide was coming when I did this thing. And what I did was I went on Twitter and I said, Jay Dyer, why don't you follow me anymore? I love you. I'm happy to see you crushing, right? That's what I said, because he went on Tucker. I didn't watch the episode. No offense to Jay or Tucker. I don't watch shit. So he
unfollowed you?
He unfollowed me. And it was at the time where I said Orthodoxy was getting its shit pushed in on Twitter because of the paid for baptisms and shit. So I said that. I just tweeted to him. I said, hey, man, why'd you unfollow me? I love you. Happy to see you crushing. What I didn't realize was behind me, a great swell was happening and a wave was coming. And that wave was the Orthodoxy contention once again. So as soon as I step into the arena, the public arena as it is, it's a public square, and I say this thing, for the next week, it looks as though this is not going to be rectified. Nobody can be friends.
Either you or Top, the last thing I saw with Jay Dyer was that he said he's not going to debate religious stuff anymore.
Who knows? I mean, who the hell knows? I don't know. I don't watch his content or anything like that. The way that I saw it was, I find it remarkable on a regular basis that any of my homies can touch the cultural zeitgeist. And I consider Jay Dyer a homie. We've had him on the show. He's been to our live events, all this stuff.
He showed up even sick, showed a lot of character for doing that.
So when I see that, I think it's remarkable the position that God's allowed me to be in, but then also the position that, like, I was talking to Shane Cashman about this on the phone the other day, like, all of our friends, and then I guess there's contention. I don't know who's friends, who considers who friends anymore. I really don't give a shit. But they're all touching this thing, which is the cultural ball, right? What's to be rectified? Who remembers how our relationship with Jay Dyer started? Yeah, he asked to debate me, I think it was. And then
About what?
Exactly, that's what I said. And then I said, I'll box you, because he was looking for a boxing partner. So he conceded to me whooping his ass if we boxed, and I conceded to him whooping his ass my ass if we debated. And then we had a pretty cool relationship after that. And by cool, I mean he comes on the show. And we have a couple
That's how it started, and then he dropped you because you said,
I don't know. He probably thinks
who knows
a bunch of shit that I don't think. You know what I mean? Like, you think a person has these opinions, but you don't go and ask, kind of a deal.
Yeah.
I don't really have many opinions on it. I don't think that you're the one true church. I'll say that. And I don't think that you can claim.
How long has he been Orthodox?
Who knows? I know he's invited me and Top to the Orthodox Church early on in this. But no, he. That's right. He mistook Top for XG. That's right. That was so funny. Oh shit. Yeah. Because they look the same. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just been this whole thing. It gets dredged up again. And then Owen and Jay Dyer have some bad blood for a bunch of reasons that I'm not familiar with, because I'm not going to go deep into the lore of why these guys have contention. So, yeah, it's just a big mess. And I find it.
Well, Owen brought up an intriguing point, which nobody's taking sides on it or whatever. But he said, why would I take any advice from Jay Dyer on God? Look at his life. Like
that's always fair. Yeah.
And it's an intriguing statement that I think all Christians should take to heart, man. It's like, look at your life. Like, if your life doesn't look right, nobody wants to hear what you have to say.
I actually don't know what Jay Dyer's life looks like. I know what Owen's life looks like.
I think Owen was making the point just that, like, not married or recently married, no kids, that late in life.
Sure, yeah, that's a good point.
Owen was saying, like, dude, I'm not going to listen to anything from you about God. Like, you're not in a position to tell me about God. Like, you don't know anything yet.
That's a fair point,
you don't
right?
Have any kids? Which, again, I'm not taking sides. I mean, it's whatever. But I think we all should be mindful of, if we're going to represent Christ, like, what our life looks like. Not just like, oh, can I win a debate? Oh, how cool is my doctrine? No. What does your life look like?
That's what Brenna Kamehameha said, is check the fruit, bro.
She knows.
Yeah. So, like, look at the life. And Jay has IBS. Yeah, I mean, is that the measure of a man? I don't know. I had IBS for a while. So, yeah, I don't know. That's been the whole thing. I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked at it at all. I've been busy. So
okay, sorry to take you off track.
No, that's okay. Let's get into this email here. I'll put this up on the screen so that you can see it too. And it's oddly sized, which is fantastic. Maybe if we minimize it. No.
Oh, no, right. Dude. It's an Israel thing right from the jump?
No. That's not
what was that?
Okay, we're just going to have to make this big screen.
Oh, great.
And then I can't even how the hell do you navigate this?
I don't know.
Oh, this is the worst. I'm sorry, Matt. You're just not going to be able to.
No, that's fine. Wait, I think I have that same Gmail. Do I have that same Gmail?
It's Chronicles Gmail. If you're hooked up into that, then I'd be alarmed.
Maybe I do. I have that. I've never used a.
Oh, thank you again, JC, for the 10 gems. It says happy poop. Well, happy poop to you. I wish you the best poop. What are the gems? What are the gems? We're just covered in gems right now, and I don't know. Oh, happy poop for you, NJ. Well, thank you very much, JC. I greatly appreciate that.
Okay, I don't know if this. I mean, I think this is the same email we're all on, or no?
No, that's Straight Bible. You can tell by the Straight Bible at the top.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. This is teaching Matt how to do. Yeah, it's just boomerisms. Okay. Oh my goodness! Look at this incredible Dave Law, son, servant of the Most High, with the
10 gems,
gold coin.
Gold coin. Do you want me to Google what is that?
No. Please just stick with the. You're just doing the email thing for now. That's enough.
No, I can't find the email. There's no. That's the only button I had, but there's 800 emails.
Well, I'll read this one, and then we'll figure out something where you could read the next one. So this, This comes from a name I can't pronounce. It just says chat is real. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We got to do this. Chat is real. I appreciate what y'all are doing.
Y'all.
Gay shit is not allowed in the kingdom. Amen.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that. No
that
gay shit.
Bumper sticker.
Gay shit is not allowed in the kingdom. My dad has had a lot of interesting stories of things that he experienced. Unfortunately, geez.
Uh-oh.
He pulled a David Wilcock in 2012, but that'll be a future story. Some Jerry Marzinski stuff happened. All right, I'm putting pieces together. David Wilcock left this realm in a rather ungraceful manner. This experience took place around the spring of 1994. My father had to take a trip to Mexico over a land dispute before he had between he and his siblings. So he and his siblings, I wonder if it's a inheritance issue. He stayed in his mother's house, which at this point had been abandoned for a while. The only thing in it was a small dinner table, old spring bed, and propane stove. As a man, I do feel like that's all you need. A little table to eat at, an old bed, and a propane stove.
I'd be solid with that.
Yeah. I was talking about that over the weekend with my cousin, and he was talking about all these things that he's doing to improve his life because of this woman who's in his life, and I believe he's getting ready to propose and all this stuff. So God bless him. Really hoping that works out. And he's like, yeah, dude, like I wouldn't be doing any of these things to better my life if it wasn't for her. And I said, yeah, like as far as dudes go, you need like a mattress on the ground, something that plays like music.
No, when we moved into this house, I was like, it's got a walk-in closet where I can put a desk with a Bible.
Yeah.
It's got a bed.
Pretty good.
Yeah, there's a kitchen where we can plug in a fridge.
Place to cook. Whoa.
Think we're good.
Yeah. That's it. Don't really need much. All the accoutrements of a home. Accoutrements. That's a good word, isn't it? That's all for women. It's all for women. The streets in this little town were still dirt, and it had been raining, so everything was muddy. When we arrived, his neighbor was about to leave out on his bike, so he went to greet and talk to my dad for a few hours. Okay. A few hours? Damn, bro.
Jeez.
That's invasive. For perspective, in front of the house facing the street, it had a big window, roughly 4x8, with bars on the outside resembling prison bars.
One of those.
Are you in the hood? Is that what's going on? Well, it seems rural.
A couple buses roll in.
Not urban. Nope. Resembling old prison bars with flowery designs. All right, so before bedtime, he scooted the bed right under the window. He carried with him a stainless 357 Smith & Wesson and kept it under his pillow at bedtime. Fast forward to about 2 to 3. That's a weird. You just went for like this dude talked to my dad for a few hours. So like this is what the window looks like.
And my dad keeps a 357
Magnum
under the pillow.
Under the pillow. God bless him. Fast forward to about 2 to 3 in the morning. He heard a sound, what sounded like a horse right by the window. He said it sounded like whoever was on it was trying to force this horse through his window facing the street. Lots of stomping and pissed off horse noises. That's interesting.
That's terrifying.
Horse noises. I like that you've turned your back to the chat because you're so distracted. You're so distracted.
Imagine hearing this in the middle of the night, though.
Guys,
like there's a horse just right outside your window.
Stop trying to distract Matt. He's doing the best he can, and he knows I'll get very upset. And he doesn't like when I'm cranky and bitchy.
Well, it's not right because it's like, there's a time and a place to do the chat thing. I'm not even gonna look. I see your face. I'm not gonna look.
I'm just looking at the widescreen shot from the third camera, and it's just your back. It's very here. Look, wait. This is what it looks like. Where is it? Oh, is this one?
I don't care. Well, what else am I supposed to do?
No,
I'm supposed to look at you.
No, absolutely. You're crushing. I appreciate the efforts you're putting in.
Same.
Okay, so somebody said mother horse eyes in real life. Yeah. He thought to himself, someone knows.
So they're clearly in a place with horses, though, right? It's not like they're just on a city street and he hears a horse.
Well, he said that
there could potentially be a horse out there.
The streets in this town were still dirt.
Okay.
So this is, which is why I was a little bit confused about the bars in the window.
Yeah.
Although I guess if you're in a rural area.
Not typical, though.
No? I could see it as being an added layer of defense. The police are never going to make it to wherever the hell you are in time.
Or, maybe tornadoes or something.
Tornadoes. By the way, this past weekend, like the storms were so crazy. I was down in Clearwater and I was watching spires of clouds stretch down
to the water,
try to touch the water in the land, and
water
then
spouts.
It was
when we were scalloping 2 weeks ago. Same thing. Water spouts happen all the time.
Yeah.
On land is a different.
It was crazy though, like the wind and the rain and the flooding and everything. Thank God I got it cheap now. He thought to himself, someone knows he is in town and they're there to start shit. So he pulled the hammer back and got flat against the wall. Damn, bro. This guy's he's Dirty Harry in it. He's ready. Then again, he didn't want to blap a drunkard acting stupid. So he just stayed still and waited. He said it felt like the pissed off horse was there tearing shit up for a long time. After a while, just like turning off a light switch, the noise went away in an instant. No galloping, no more noise, nothing but stillness, no galloping away. So it wasn't even like you heard the thing leave.
This is very bizarre.
Very bizarre.
Did the beginning of the story where I might have been reading the chat a little bit
talk about what you were doing? I was noticing that.
Talk about like the guy had like enemies and stuff, or like why would he assume somebody's out to get him? Did it talk about that?
Well, no, it was just very jarring. He was like, so the neighbor on the bike came over to talk to my dad for a few hours.
I got all that, but
anyway,
what did that have to do? But nothing in the beginning was like, my dad had some enemies.
Well, there was he's in this place. Oh, this is Mexico. We glossed over that.
What?
So this is
that's a detail we need to know.
1994 Mexico dirt roads.
Oh yeah, somebody's trying to kill you, bro.
Brujeria.
Yeah, they're
probably doing brujeria.
They're gonna get you, dude.
And he was there because of a land dispute among his siblings.
Oh yeah.
So imagining an inheritance.
Oh yeah.
Of
even the
land.
siblings might even.
They could be blap them up.
Yeah.
So okay. He stayed put just in case they came back. Went ahead and stayed awake until sunrise. Damn.
Okay, so Mexico, that makes sense that there's bars even in a rural area.
Yes.
Now it's making sense.
If you weren't reading the chat.
Well, no, I thought you
and if I was locked in.
I was trying to look up the gems.
We both fell.
I take the blame, but I was trying to look up the gems and gold coins on YouTube Super Chat. There's nothing for it.
I don't know what it is.
Anything.
I don't know where Nancy is. Nancy's
it says
gone.
It's not anything.
Nancy's not here. After this story, by the way, we're going to cut the stream to only the Patreon members. So if you're a homosexual, sorry. As soon as there was enough daylight, he went outside to see the mess the horse made in the mud. but there was not a single hoof print to be found.
So it's not like they have, initially I was picturing like American landscape around the window and the horses just eating the bushes and stuff and just eating everything around the house.
And
now it's like, no, there's nothing. They're in Mexico.
And he's like, he listened to this horse for a long time.
It's just mud and then house.
It's not like you thought you heard a horse and you woke up and then like the sound stopped. You heard a horse, you woke up, you listened to this horse tear shit up for a long time.
Yeah.
And then ultimately it stops. And you're so convinced that you heard this horse that you stay awake until sunrise. Because it's not a, was there a noise? It's a, someone is clearly here messing with me. So now I've got to stay up and keep watch.
Could come through the adobe or whatever.
Sounds like somebody was the adobo. Somebody is trying to get the horse through the window at one point is what he says. And he says, here's going back to the neighbor. The bicycle tracks his neighbor left the day before were still there. So the tracks from the neighbor that came over to talk to his dad for a few hours are still there. They should have been completely obfuscated by the horse hooves and all the fucking crazy activity of the horse and the man that were at the window last night. But they're still there. No horse tracks. But the bicicleta tracks his neighbor left the day before were still there. Mexico has some next level spooky shit going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen videos of a wailing woman like walking through the streets. I've seen it several times. Like La Llorona.
What is she doing?
She's crying about something. She's all in white with the long black hair. And if you go to her when she's sobbing, she BFs you.
No.
I don't think she does that. I don't know really what happens to you.
Something
if you
bad,
go and,
though.
Something bad happens if you go and you try to aid La Llorona.
Sounds terrifying.
So I've seen a lot of those videos, though. People just like, ay, no mames, way. And they're in their fucking windows with the bars on it.
They're
and they're
terrified of
this
the
woman is wailing, walking through the streets. It's pitch black. And like, nobody's coming out. Nobody's coming. I've seen a bunch of those videos.
Huh.
That's very common. That and like, she'll be by rivers.
It's like a chupacabra.
La Llorona.
That's what it's called?
No mames, way. La Llorona. I don't know the fucking La Llorona. She cries out for her kids. Yeah. So it's a woman dressed in white, tattered nightgown
like
with her hair
from the Ring,
like Girl from the Ring, and she's crying about her children. And if you go out to aid her, BF'd. Right there.
I don't like it.
And then I've seen videos where like she'll fucking La Llorona. Thank you, Yannette. I believe Yannette, because it's clearly Jeanette, but she's Hispanic, so she knows how Y's and J's work. I have even seen videos where like the crying just turns into like fucking something else, dude. Like
something terrifying.
All the hairs on your body stand up, and you know, like spiritually, this is not, something is wrong. It just turns from sobbing, sounds like a convincing sobbing woman, to like a banshee, like just shrieking through the night. Like it's the worst. And
I don't like
everybody from Mexico knows about La Llorona. For the most part, people down there seems to be more acquainted with spirituality, probably because fly swatting is the main distraction in rural town. So there's a lot of witch activities down there. He's saying like there ain't shit to do. You know, fly swatting is the pastime.
So you might as well get into La Llorona.
La Llorona. La Llorona. As a child, living in the same house mentioned before, my dad remembers hearing his woman, just one woman. Oh, thank you. Not yeah, because woman is both
synonymous.
It's singular and plural.
Yes.
Shout out to
Puerto
TopLobsta.
Rico.
That's in Puerto Rico.
Mexico's different.
Oh, yeah. Neighbor, so his woman neighbor, one of them, going out at night into the cactus field behind her house and having conversations, laughing out loud with some entity.
Huh.
Entity. Yes, Chuck from Guam says Top has got, yeah, we actually fired him. Laughing out loud with some entity in the dark. Said he could hear this thing talking back to her. Oh, shit. Lots of weird shit to talk about.
Yeah, it's one thing if she's imagining it. It's another thing if the guy can hear it.
Mexico is one of those places where like seems like the veil is thin, probably because of the buildup of iniquity, because witchcraft is super prevalent in Mexico. Brujeria is super prevalent, yeah. Prilosec OCT in Mexico.
You think there's bloodshed too? A lot more bloodshed.
So the land is filled with iniquity.
Yeah.
I think that creates a thinning of the veil, and you see and hear and experience a lot more fangs. He says, I've had a few odd things happen while deer hunting. Saw a dead dude sitting on our couch as a kid, maybe for a later time.
Whoa.
Thank you. See y'all in the hood side of the kingdom.
Wait, what does that mean? He just like walked in and was like, hey, what's Bobby doing on the couch? And they're like, no, Bobby's
I don't know. We'll have to ask him to write in.
Okay, so we'll see him on the hood side of the kingdom.
He says, may the Father bless and keep you niggas. Greasy Bear from AR.
You can only get a message like that from like an NDS person.
I love
no message like that would ever be gotten by anybody else in the universe.
Yeah. I love what we do.
Same.
And it's really incredible. Thank
Same.
you. That's a really interesting story.
Wait, that's the end of it?
For now.
No, what about the horse, dude? He never went after the horse?
You must grab him by his horns. Well, there was no then we have a big party. They're talking about the Jews. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear some more Greasy Bear if you care to write in. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, come on, Greasy.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you mind if I just keep reading? Because I haven't really.
No, that's fine.
Okay, I haven't really figured out.
That's your show.
Yeah. Thank you. How to continue doing this? So,
email me
at straightbible.
or put it on the screen. I'll read it off the screen, dude.
Well, no, because it doesn't want to size.
You almost did it though.
Yeah, but it doesn't want to adjust the size.
It was so close. You had it.
Not really close at all. It was zoomed in times like 200. If only we had a tech savvy Puerto Rican here to fix this for us. Okay, so
yeah.
Okay, here we go. We got a good one here. This one comes from Mike. This one comes from Mike. I mean, I can here we go. Fucking look at it, and then it's gigantic.
Oh,
maybe if
perfect,
I do
man.
like a control minus.
Yeah,
Okay, there
boom.
we go.
Yeah.
No, don't do it yet.
Why not?
I gotta if I could just make it a little bit, it's so wide. If I could make it more narrow, there we go. Shirp. And then we'll go here. And that way you can still, well, you're not supposed to be reading the chat, but you know what I mean? You can still kind of.
You can even make it a little
more
skinnier
narrow
too if you want.
Yeah, check that out. Oh, that didn't work.
No, you got to do the thing you were doing with from the right
It's
side.
from the right side, huh?
Yeah.
This is good.
What just happened? Why can't we? There we go.
Okay, there it goes.
Right there.
All right, so here you go. We're going to read, this one's called Calling Upon Jesus Stops Another Haunting by Mike. Don't say his last name. Don't dox him.
By Mike.
Yeah, don't do it. All right, here we go.
You ready?
Yeah, you.
Hello, Top and David and Matt and Nancy.
With the appropriate amount of T's, by the way. Thank you, Mike, for 4 T's. I will make it known the elite dangerous retards, they do 5 T's, but 4 T's in Matt I'll allow it. Oh, wait. One more thing before we go. We got to kick out the pores. And then
where is Nancy?
I don't know.
I haven't seen her in ages.
I don't think Nancy loves us anymore. So patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad.
It's not that she doesn't love us. It's just that she loves noodles more and just is making a lot of Asian dishes, I think. And
noodles are really great. Actually.
Mike from Missouri Dog. That's who we're reading right now.
Is that true?
Yo, I just got here and you're reading my story. Wow, great timing.
What a life. Huh, Mike from Missouri Dog? Nancy is busy boiling away the oceans. Yeah, she doesn't really boil water to do anything with. She just hates it.
She comes to NDSBS?
Yeah,
No
she does.
way.
She's been in the Bible study. She keeps quiet. You know, I think we all do a fair bit of keeping quiet. Top was lurking there last time. You yet to be seen.
It's on Twitter, dude. I don't even know how to get on.
Twitter. It's on Discord.
I don't even know what Discord is, dude.
That's fair.
Is Discord like Twitter?
No. Discord is like
Patreon,
Signal, or Telegram. It's a text based.
You're just texting on it.
Yeah, but there's also like video because they're doing like Blue Letter Bible. They're pulling up Blue Letter. They're crushing. Trevor, Macy, Cherry Bear, Sparrow's in there.
They crush, dude. I know everybody in the Patreon like crushes.
Sparrow
Bible
be
stuff.
asking questions, and I'm like, fuck. That's a good question.
Yeah, she's on it.
Yeah, she's a woman, but she's got a lot of questions. And
what's the issue? Like, what do you mean? Because like normally women are not that.
No, it's just like you don't let them talk, you don't let them, do stuff like that. But then like you do let her talk, and she asks a question, and you go, wow,
yeah,
what a question. She's got a bunch of them. Really
You're
great
saying
ones.
that like normally they should be like cooking,
barefoot, cleaning, shutting their fucking mouths, that kind of really cool stuff. And then she shows up and she asks something that I'm like, damn, I didn't think about that at all. How she noted
Sancho, that is not true. Not one. I haven't whispered one word about our secret.
You have secrets with Scott?
Not one word.
Have you seen his picture?
Mm-mm. No, I don't want to see it.
Hey, Scott, send me that picture. I'll forward it. Okay, so here, let's go. Read the thingy.
Hello, Top and David and Matt and Nancy. I love NDS and Straight Bible. Please don't ever stop.
Hell yeah.
My story isn't insane. Well, we'll find out. We'll be the judge of that. But it speaks to the power of God and is definitely paranormal. I started off as meathead kid that never really believed in God. Growing up, I always had sort of an intuition that God was real. So when he says a meathead, metalhead. Sorry, you were scrolling when I was reading.
My bad. Yeah.
All right, so he's like, we don't know what age group this guy's in, but he was probably listening to Metallica. Maybe he's even talking about like Korn, or we don't know because we don't know what generation he's from.
With the bang. No, wait, that's fucking that other guy.
That's Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. Yeah.
He did go on tour with Korn and Metallica. Though,
Korn is Christian now. Do you know that? Lead singer of Korn converted.
The lead singer?
Believe so. Yeah.
No.
Chat,
maybe a guitar player
is
or
real?
something. Not the main guy. Jonathan Davis, was that his name?
I do believe it's the lead.
Dude, when they came out with that, was it Chutes and Ladders? That there was nothing that sounded like that when they came out.
See, dumbass says yeah. Well, that's not
I thought it was the guitar player. I knew you'd be good at that. All right, so this guy's a metalhead that never really believed in God. Growing up, I always had sort of an intuition that God was real, but Reddit atheism was in its prime, and I took the bait, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's something you're unfamiliar with, I would imagine.
You said Reddit is a lot of liberals, though?
A lot of liberals. Used to be an interesting place. In fact, cut my teeth in the Reddit conspiracy section years and years ago, and that was actually a really great place to visit. And since it's gotten very gay and yada yada, but Reddit atheism is the birthplace of every soy jack meme. You ever see it's a crudely drawn black and white image of a dude with a goofy face and he's like pointing behind him? Like, that meme is representative, I think, at least, of all the Reddit atheists who everything they say is preceded by the word actually, and it's usually this fat, neck-bearded, acne-ridden loser with a fedora in his basement who hates God.
What is happening right now?
Yeah, Reddit is Canada if it was a social media platform. I would say that's accurate. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you're probably unfamiliar with it, but it's not necessary. Oh, Scott says he will not subject you to the pick. Wow.
Right. As long as we're clear that I can keep a secret, that's all I care about. All right, let's go.
I'll see if I can take that pick up.
So, growing up, I always had sort of an intuition that God was real, but Reddit atheism was in its prime. I took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Richard Dawkins videos.
Homosexual.
And that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I do remember the first time I smoked weed.
Yep.
With my brothers.
Wait. Oh no, it's an ER. It's an ER. He means his genetic siblings.
No, he's saying I smoke weed with my brothers.
No. It's an ERS. He's talking about his genetic siblings.
All right. Though I felt totally morally corrupt and downloaded a Bible PDF. No way, man.
After you smoked weed, you downloaded the Bible?
That's weird. The first time
you felt that gross. I'll tell you what. In my years of smoking weed, one of my main gripes was I would feel gross.
Really?
Yeah. I would have to I would wash my hands a lot, take showers.
Oh, really?
Felt fucking gross.
I never got like that. I just would get the munchies, dude.
Oh yeah, I would tear shit up for sure.
Let's see here.
I believe it's right here.
My brother's dough. I felt totally morally corrupt and downloaded a Bible PDF. I never read it after that night, though. I was probably 16 when that happened. Anyways, my little brother always thought that the house we grew up in was haunted, but I always brushed it off. I'd be playing Xbox in my room late at night, and the door to my room would unlatch and swing open. That's a pretty good clue that there's haunting, right?
That's not good, dude.
Yeah, I would think if the latch, the door would unlatch and swing open.
That's a problem. Unlatching maybe an extra layer of
yeah, it's not like it was open and like the wind just kind of blew it open a little more.
Yeah.
It's specifically unlatched and opened.
Z-Man says Raven would smoke weed, pass out, and wake up feeling gross and walking like he rode a horse. That's not true, Z-Man. That's not true, and I don't appreciate that. And you're spreading unfounded lies about me.
I don't like that.
That's not true. I would smoke weed. I would eat a lot of stuff.
Same.
Weed, in a lot of ways, opened me up to Gnosticism in the New Age, not because they just opened my mind to like a new way of thinking, and I'm not mad at it. I mean, it all ultimately got me here, but I just find that fascinating, that correlation when I was like feverishly conspiracizing on the interwebs.
I feel like it just opened me up to like the Munchies, Old English 40s, and maybe like Keystone Light is kind of really what it opened me up to. But anyway, it had always given me the chills. But my Rita's ass was always like, it was probably something with humidity.
He says retarded.
Breeze. I thought it said Rita's, like glaze.
You could see it. It says it right there. Retarded.
I'd always give me chills, but my Rita's ass was always like, it was probably something with humidity and a slight breeze, creating the right conditions to barely unlatch the door and open it. Looking back, that made no sense whatsoever, and I just had those blinders over my eyes, like that 2 Corinthians 4:4 talks about. That's when it says that Satan has blinded the eyes of those that don't believe.
That's interesting. We're just kind of talking about that in the previous discussion with Otis.
You really love those episodes.
He did. I will say Otis said, come on, somebody. And he said it, I think 6 times.
No, 1 time today, dude.
Oh,
and he got the look from you.
No. He said it 6 times.
He did.
And the reason that I didn't say anything is because the first 3 times he said it, I didn't want to derail where the conversation was going because it was really.
What about the second 3?
I just allowed them. No, I just allowed them.
Yeah, at some point it's like, this guy's doing good. Do I really want to pick at him? But you just feel like it's really cringe. It's spread like wildfire in that community now too.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are we at? Okay, so he was blinded.
He was blinded.
We all are, man. Anyways, years passed and I found Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. Give me a second. Let me adjust it for you. Okay, there you go.
I came to Jesus in a roundabout way after going deep into conspiracy theories, which all point back to Jesus because he's literally the truth.
I appreciate that because that's something that Sam Tripoli says as well. If you are, let's get away from the term conspiracy theorist because that's gay. If you are earnestly pursuing the truth, then you're going to end up at Christ.
Yeah, but conspiracy theorist just means like, oh, like you get it. Like you're somebody.
Yeah, now it's something different. It's like it used to mean pursuit of the truth. Maybe not. Maybe there's
no. It used to mean like you thought it was somebody who's like kooky, that's just looking for something that's not there, that doesn't exist, that just wants to. And it's like now when you say that, it's like, oh, you mean somebody who just knows what's up.
Yeah, knows what's up is even like that's subjective, right?
True.
And it just depends on like, well, what are you talking about? Are you talking about like the JFK assassination? You talking about the moon landing? Are you talking about what are you talking about?
Who knows?
I think that is different than somebody who is passionate about pursuing the truth in all things, right? Because ultimately conspiracy is all things. If you're going to, I was listening to Karen Wilkinson on Tony Merkel's podcast and Tony wasn't talking to him. It was actually this other guy, Derek, I think, or something like that. And he's talking to Karen Wilkinson and she's, works with L.A. Marzulli, alien abductee, experiencer, yada, yada, yada. And, the throughout the conversation, there's so many branches where it can go because it truly is like, it's not just about aliens. And if God is your focal point, then you're trying to explain everything. It's a story of everything. Sure. Every conspiracy, every aspect of reality that you could possibly, if you're just talking about the studies, it's going to go into mathematics and science and all these other things and art and yada, yada, yada. But if you're talking about conspiracies, it's going to go into the music industry and the Jews and the wars and the this and the that and the COVID and the blah, 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 blah. It's going to go on forever, ever. So,
and it all comes back to the scripture teaches that there are entities in the unseen realm, puppeteering, if you will, the things happening down here. All the things you just named. It's
but
like
then it becomes like, tell me about it then. And it's like, well, which part?
Yeah.
Which part, dude?
Yeah.
Because it's everything. It's absolutely everything. So being a conspiracy theorist is like, I don't know, if you think the Charlie Kirk assassination is suspect, Does that make you a conspiracy theorist? I don't think it does.
Well, no, it just means somebody who's not totally blinded. Like a normal person just says, well, whatever they told us on the news, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then a conspiracy theorist is somebody who's like, yeah, maybe it's something different than what they told us on the news. But I might be wrong. The other guy might be right. But like, it's definitely not whatever they told us on the news.
Right.
We know that.
Yeah. So there's maybe, I don't know. It just feels like there's a different word for it. Is it Christian? I don't know. But it's like, that's not the same thing as maybe what we're doing here on the show. Okay, go on.
Anyways, years passed and I found Jesus Christ. I came to Jesus in a roundabout way after going deep into conspiracy theories, which all point back to Jesus because he's literally the truth.
There we go.
Oh, but before that, and on a Jerry Marzinski related side note, I used to be a total degenerate.
Second one to mention Marzinski, second email.
Huh. Mm-hmm. I used to be a total degenerate and was doing cocaine with my girlfriend once after a night of drinking.
Nice.
I was giving her a piggyback ride on the street and my drunk ass tripped and we both hit the pavement. Ooh. My head took most of the impact. A few minutes after that, I felt a rage come out of nowhere. I wanted to kill people at random for no reason at all.
What the hell?
That probably lasted for an hour or so. When I woke up the next day, it totally went away. Huh.
And I doused her in semen.
Never had that feeling before and haven't since, but I thought I was possessed for a minute. Maybe between like the heavy metal and the cocaine and the drinking, and that just gives something a foot in. And maybe it sounds like maybe he never was like a hot temper. It just all of a sudden happened.
That is strange. I remember when I was younger, I had a little spree with cocaine, and one day my wife came to me and she said, hey, when you're on it, I don't like it. I don't like the way you look, because my face was like cocked to one side or whatever. I was trying to look normal. But
Jaw jacket, trimming the frog eyeballs, chewing invisible gum.
I'm good, dude. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
And she goes like, I don't want you to get addicted to this. And I said, I think it was the only time I ever had like something that exposed itself as a problem with drugs. Like I saw it in this moment where I said like, I addicted to it. I don't even really like it. Like, what is the stupidest
I know,
shit?
but there was a weird thing with some drugs. Like I could kind of relate to that. Like I didn't really like it, but I kind of don't want to stop doing it though.
Yeah. But I said that I think I think I probably really did like it. Like, I think I liked it a lot. It was
I remember
fun.
feeling like that about Coke, dude. It was like, I don't really love this. Like, it doesn't make me feel great,
but
I
make
kind
you
of don't
do
want
it.
to stop doing it. Yeah.
I still have it to this day where, like, I can smell something,
And you got to take a dump immediately?
No.
Yeah, you do.
But the indescribable smell of cocaine.
Doesn't make you have to take a dump immediately?
No, I had friends that were like, they just immediately go straight to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then take a dump for a long time. I wasn't like that. But I also had, you say a ferocious appetite for Oxycontins. I had a ferocious threshold for cocaine where I was doing tremendous amounts of it, not often, but on the occasions that I would, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then just being okay.
I never got to where I liked doing it in the morning. I remember like a couple times doing it in the morning, but like I had buddies that wanted to just do it all day. Like I never got to where I was like, yeah, let's do it in the morning.
Yeah. I was
like, it was always like, let's do it at night and then drink like 30 beers and still not be.
That was a
great.
Crazy thing. I was using it as like a remedy. Like, I'm too drunk. It's time to do cocaine about that. And that helped quite a bit. I just saw Top entered the thing, so I'm waiting to see if something.
Yeah, let's let him talk. Can he talk?
I don't think he can talk. I think he's in a pool. He's in a pool.
Top, say something.
It's going to be about the Orthodox, I think.
Say something, Top.
All right, here we go. So let's
wait. I didn't get the bottom of that last paragraph.
Oh, my mistake.
No,
this is not.
Yeah, that probably lasted for an hour. So when I woke up the next day, it totally went away. I never had that feeling before and haven't since, but I thought I was possessed for a minute. Lights would flicker all the time around that same girlfriend, and I always thought she had some demons around her too. But that night, I think I was possessed. Well, that could be it too.
Interesting.
Chick,
yeah. Women
and piggybacking. I mean, it's almost
I don't know what that was.
Whatever you got, I got.
Yeah, that's women.
Okay. Anyways, back to the meat and potatoes. My stepdad died from cancer in that same house I grew up in. Sorry, bro. After he died, the paranormal activity skyrocketed. A planter's pot my mom had out on the patio just straight up exploded one night while my mom was home alone.
Damn.
You don't think that's the neighbor kids hitting with a BB gun or something?
Maybe. I got my kid a slingshot. You think that's a wrong move?
No, I think it's a great move, but you got to watch them.
Yeah.
I used to have a BB gun and shoot stuff on people's roofs.
He's got like a pump rifle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
So I had a really, I don't even know what you'd call it, but my neighbor next door that I learned flooring from, Mike Marshall.
Shout out to Mike Marshall.
Yeah, taught me flooring, like I was a carpet installer at 16. I went to work with him. I told the story. I went over there to tell him that, he had stuff in his
That's right.
truck.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I used to drink 40s in the backyard and shoot birds on his roof with a BB gun just because I was an idiot. I didn't really have any good reason for that when he found all the dead birds.
Did you know that the most popular Orthodox saint is an open homosexual? I didn't know that.
Oh, jeez. He came home one day and found all the dead birds on his roof and just knew it was me somehow.
You just killed all the birds? How old were you?
I had to be like 15, 16, 17.
I never did that. I never killed small animals. Shame on you.
Yeah, that was really stupid. I look back and it's stupid.
For me, I feel like I'm not going to kill anything. I'm not going to eat.
But I used to we had a grapefruit tree. I would grab grapefruits off it and throw it at other houses, try to hit windows. Yeah, dude, I look back. I was just an idiot. Dude.
Yeah. I did have a lady that lived behind me, and I guess, I don't know when the fuck. She was getting up early in the morning for work. I was working the night shift. So I'd be sleeping in the morning and she'd be getting ready and her dog was annoying her. So she would put it out in the backyard. And at 5:30 in the morning, this dog would just bark rhythmically. Bark.
So maybe you shoot that one with a BB gun, not like a 22.
No, I never shot the dog. But I first went over, I wrote a note and she would leave it out there for 45 minutes of it barking straight. It was insane. So I went around and I said, hey, this is your neighbor. I work nights. The dog is a real problem. I'm asking if you could please do something about it. And she never minded it. She didn't know who sent it. I left, kind of an anonymous style thing. But after a couple of days of her not adjusting that, I fucking had my slingshot and I leaned out the window and I took out her windows. I put endless amounts of holes in her vinyl siding with the whole thing was peppered. All her windows were out, all of her vinyl siding, and then the dog stopped coming out and fucking barking.
No way.
Yeah, man. I don't give a shit. That was when I'm not a cranky guy.
How old? Yes, you are. You son of a gun.
You mess with my sleepy time, though?
Wait, how old were you when you messed with
I was.
Stop it.
I was maybe 21, 22, something like that.
Really? And you tried the right way? And you're like,
I tried the right way.
If you don't want to do the right way, then you're getting the bullet holes.
Yeah, man. And it was like steel ball bearings. And I just blasted all of the siding. I blasted all of her windows. She had 4 windows on the back. All of them went out. I said, that's it, man. And the angle that I was at and the distance that I was at, could have been anybody that did it.
Really?
So she never caught on.
So she was like, yeah, I guess I should have kept this.
Should have kept it, dude. Yeah. Should have read that note and appreciated the approach on the matter, and then got your shit busted out. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, so is this?
Yeah, we used to put pennies on rail tracks for fun to see them get flattened.
Or, that's fun.
Or put the bar across it and somebody stand on each side. It makes the thing go down at the street. Yeah, if you put a metal bar down on a railroad track and you stand on each side of it,
because it's completing the circuit, and
the sensor thinks that it's a train, and then the things go down at the street. Yeah, we used to do all kinds of stuff.
That's funny. That's terrible.
I know. We used to throw big rocks, big railroad rocks off the bridges when the cars would go under by McDonald's. Yeah, I was just a terrible kid.
Yeah,
dude.
Me too, dude.
Just a bad kid, man.
One time,
I don't know why. Even the other kids were like, "Yeah, man." I just remember I went back for a funeral when I was a grown up, and one of the other kids I grew up with was like, "Yeah, I just remember Matt kicking over garbage cans on the way to school."
The Orthodox Church is Antichrist. We're just getting these really cool tickers.
Who's doing that?
I don't know. So when I was younger and I was homeless and I had an appetite for destruction, especially when you're homeless and you ain't got shit to do, it feels like you do a lot of bad things. So one night I went out, it was real late, and I used to go pulling door handles to find stuff. And I don't even know what the statute of limitations on hypothetically, if one were to, let's say, find a car and open it and find all of a police officer's gear and guns in it. I don't know what that would be. Might be a problem for them for many years in the future. So if they did that, they shouldn't talk about it. But I used to pull car handles and get money and all kinds of stuff. Just walk around at night and just pull. And then the alarm would go off and you'd run a few blocks down and then do it again. And one night in particular, we just hit the town, and we're walking, me and my cousin and a buddy. We come across the construction site, and there's rebar and there's trucks, and we just take the rebar and start spearing radiators, right through the front grill of the trucks. And, all the coolant is pissing out of everything. And we keep walking. We trash everything at this construction site. All these vehicles, now the windows are busted out and everything. And then we get to a Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm like, I'm so, gonna get in this Dunkin' Donuts. So I climb on top of the roof, and I can pull the top off of this ventilation where the fan is. And I start stomping and stomping until the fan falls through into the ground. And then I get inside the cooler of the Dunkin' Donuts.
Really wasn't that bad, man.
And I start taking all the milk and because it's just a dairy cooler, so there's no product outside. I was just like dumping milk everywhere, like all over the shit. And then I get out of it and I go to the because I got to piss now, and I go to their bathroom, but it's nighttime, and of course it's locked, and it's got an L-shaped handle like the one in that door. Mm-hmm. So I try it and it doesn't open. So I just crank it and rip the handle off. And then I start going to every handle that's there and cranking and ripping the handle off the doors. And then we start walking back, and I hear the sirens coming. And so we hop down off the bridge, hop off the side of the bridge, land down next to the turnpike. And then I'm just running on the side of this highway to get home to take a shortcut or whatever. But yeah, man, we used to go out and just.
You got away?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I remember hiding in ivy in people's yards while cops were would drive by, or running in behind bushes and standing up behind bushes, and cops were driving by, and you're just don't move.
Whatever it took for no reason.
Stupid. Yeah.
For no reason at all. It's just
But I guess if you have a dad that's hey, bro, let me show you how you should do life. Then
you know what my dad showed me?
Like that.
My dad showed up one time when I was a teenager. I hadn't seen him for years. He showed up on Halloween, the week of Halloween, maybe. And he took me and my little brother around town, the town that I lived in. So it wasn't his problem after he left. And he taught us to destroy people's Halloween decorations. So we would just run up on their lawns, rip their shit out of their ground, those inflatable goofy things. We'd knife them and rip them open and stomp out lights and tear shit down. And then
let's go.
Yep. And then we'd run away, and then we'd find another place and we'd do it again.
Yeah.
And we just went around and destroyed shit with my dad.
Jeez.
All right, so let's get back to this.
Let's act like we're not psychopaths.
Get back to this fucking story, dude. Man, that was scary. All right, so back to the meat and potatoes. Okay, he said his dad died of cancer, skyrocketed, started flickering. We were kind of
that's where we stopped. Went home alone. Another time, we were working on finishing the basement, and my mom, brothers, and I were talking about our stepdad under one of the lights in the basement, and started flickering. It never flickered before, and it hasn't since then. Mind you, my entire family is basically non-believers, so they always dismiss this stuff. Some time passes, and another time, I'm with my younger brother and mom at her house. We're joking around in the kitchen, and I said something about Jesus. I can't remember exactly what it was, but my brother made some kind of rude comment about Jesus in a dismissive, mocking manner. We then walk into the living room. There's a wall of family pictures in the living room, and my younger brother notices that the picture with only him in it is obviously tilted. None of the others were. There were probably 12 separate frame pictures on the wall, all square with each other. Only his was tilted, and it was in the middle row. So if something bumped the wall, you'd think others would be off axis as well. When discussing this, my brother also said that after he made that rude comment about Jesus, that he heard a weird bang in one of the upstairs rooms. My mom and I didn't hear it, though, which is weird. The good thing about that event is that I think it freaked my younger brother out because he couldn't explain it away.
It's one of those things where spooky stories or spooky moments actually do bring you closer. I don't know if it brought his brother closer, but...
You know what I wonder now?
What you wonder now?
Do I have any stories like this and I just wrote them off too?
I think we all do. This is what I found is we all have these stories. It's just when you don't have, there's nothing else to talk about.
Right, there's no reference point for when I was a kid. I'm guessing there was crazy stuff that happened, but I was like, well, yeah, it's clearly not paranormal because that doesn't exist. So
it doesn't. There's no. There's nothing to expand on. So there's no anchor. To latch onto and go back to. And
sometimes I read these, I'm like, if all these people have these stories like this, I had to have stories like this. I just don't remember.
That's my thinking, is that we all do. It's just remember one time, I think when we were, when we had first started doing content together and we were doing the Book of Daniel study, And I said, what's remarkable is the things that God saw fit to to preserve about Daniel's story were all supernatural things.
Right.
Whereas we move through life, a supernatural thing happens and we tend to forget about it.
Right. The bigger thing is, did I get a raise? Did I get a big job?
Exactly.
There's none of that for Daniel. It's just.
But for the Bible, it seems to be those are the most important. So many of us have had experiences that either should have been expanded on and should have been cared about more, and maybe even from a spiritual point of view, were the most significant footnotes of our story here, and we've kind of moved past them. You know, like if we were characters in the Bible, what would God see fit to preserve about our stories?
Yeah, that's what I always wonder. Is like
it might be the weird shit.
Yeah, there could be 20 years of stuff that God like wouldn't put of your life in the Bible, and then boom, there's this thing.
Yeah,
it could happen any day.
Yep.
Yeah. Moving on. I used to be big into stunt riding.
Hell yeah.
Which is basically doing wheelie-based tricks on a motorcycle. I'm kind of a wigger. Sorry, bros.
That's all right. So is
yeah. No need to apologize.
Motorcycles sketchy though. My wife won't let me get one.
I broke my leg. Yeah, I wouldn't let you either, dude.
I would get like an old Honda Shadow just to go back and forth.
You have some weird stories, dude, of things happening and stuff. I don't know if I would trust you on.
All right, fine. Whatever.
Okay, basically doing wheelie-based tricks on a he's listening to Metallica and going, mm-hmm. I got you.
I could see getting a little carried away with the music.
Yeah, I broke my leg after eating while stunt riding with some buddies one day.
He's eating dookies?
So I had to get rushed to the hospital to get surgery on it since my leg had basically turned into a noodle. Shout out Nancy. It was bleeding a lot. After surgery, I was staying overnight in the hospital and remember waking up in the middle of the night with my left arm suspended as if someone had lifted it. Oh. Think of like a droopy Roman salute.
Oh.
But no one was there, bro.
Damn, bro.
That might have been the pain meds, though.
I don't know. I
always link these stories to drugs.
I had that happen, though. And it took like 3 times in a row in the same night for me to start becoming unsettled in my spirit that something else was happening. Because, you know, you do kind of spasm sometimes. It's not unheard of to kind of throw a whole ass Roman salute. But when it keeps happening, and then I tried to stop it from happening by putting my arms under the pillow.
Still kept happening?
No, then once the weight of the blanket kept my arms from doing that, then my leg got pulled off.
No way.
And I was like, yeah, that's the story with the whole greasy demon thing. And that was unsettling as well. I was very upset about that.
Okay. Rush, noodle, bleeding a lot, surgery, no arm, but no one was there, bro. I didn't feel like I was doing it on purpose since my muscles were completely relaxed.
I was flaccid.
It freaked me out, and I was able to drop my arm fine after waking up. I couldn't feel anything.
Wait, let me just adjust this. Man. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to...
I couldn't feel anything holding my hand or wrist either. I tried to brush it off as some sort of weird reaction to the surgery or maybe the drugs they had me on, just so I could calm down enough to go back to sleep. Before the surgery, though, I asked a cute goth nurse lady if she had any paranormal experiences working in the hospital. She said yes. And had seen some chairs moving.
See that she touched his pee-pee? That's crazy, bro. What the hell? She didn't touch his pee-pee.
Well, it didn't say that she didn't.
Hold on, wait a second. Hold on. We have something very important here.
I just saw that.
It appears to be
I think I saw.
Chuck from Guam.
Oh, because Top's not on today.
Yeah, I don't know which one of these is dreams. I'm afraid to press these buttons. My wife. Chuck says, I had a dream.
Do that in that same order again. That's kind of awesome.
Wait. My wife. Chuck from Guam says, I had a dream that one more time. I got a dream. That I was walking down a long hallway and kept hearing the strange sound and of course I was intrigued. So I had to keep walking towards the sound. There were these pictures lining the halls, and I noticed one was tilted slightly.
Oh, just like
curiosity got the best of me, and I walked up to it. It wasn't a picture at all. It was Top twerking, and the sound was his ass cheeks clapping. It figures, I thought to myself, and just as I turned around, I saw Raven pissing in the corner. I said, what are you doing? I don't know if there's a continuation of this, but
a wild dream,
that's a wild dream, Chuck. I don't know what it means.
I'm glad Chuck's alive, dude. They had another, what do they call him out there? A tsunami? Or not a tsunami, but a typhoon, maybe?
Tsunami.
Yeah, Sugwami.
A Sugwami, yeah. He got blapped up with a Sugwami out there, and it's been a real rough time for weather. I think we're about to get hit with a tropical bukake.
I like a lot of rain. I'm not into all the wind, but I love when we get the rain.
Do you? You're one of those guys that goes, "We really needed this."
Oh yeah,
you are.
Well, I mean, dude, if you look at the farm a day after rain, it's like,
oh, it's a jungle. Yeah, I mean, Florida is a jungle the day after rain. Yeah. All right, let me.
Okay, shout out Chuck. It's good to see him again.
I don't know if that's actually
he
Chuck.
was gone for a while.
That's probably not Chuck.
What?
I don't know. People just, you can name yourself whatever the hell you want.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Yeah,
they got me.
Yeah,
Those
they probably
dogs.
All right, so there you go.
Are you sure we read the thing before that?
Yeah. That was the goth chick.
Anyway, my mom does me a solid and takes me out of the hospital and lets me stay at her house for a few days until I can get around on crutches easier. One night, I'm sleeping in the exact same room that my stepdad had died in.
Oh, damn.
Jeez. Same thing happens. In the middle of the night around 3 a.m., I wake up to my arm suspended again in the same low-effort siege, hail type of way.
Doused in semen.
I don't like that. I get freaked out again. Chills are going down my spine. But I was so tired that I just pulled the covers up over my face like a beep and went straight back to sleep. LOL.
LOL.
I never told my family about this, though, until recently, since I know they wouldn't believe me. They already think I'm batshit crazy after talking about Pizzagate and stuff.
Yeah, well, you should go to them and be like, well, what do you think now?
What is Pizzagate? That's where there was a pizza restaurant in Washington, D.C.,
Yeah,
I'm still not clear. But what?
So
what
they called it
there?
Pizzagate, and I think that was a little bit of
misleading.
Well, so it was a terminology that was coined and then popularized by the mainstream media, who used it as a point of ridicule, much like coining the term conspiracy theorists after the JFK assassination to dismiss people who would, think that there was something up. And that's proven to have come out of the CIA. So I think Pizzagate sounds on its face ridiculous, but it is about the trafficking and the sacrifice and the eating of children by the elites in both Hollywood and politics, and
But did it have to do with a specific pizza restaurant?
So it had to do with Comet Ping Pong, which is a pizza restaurant, and I think famously Obama had a party there where he ordered like fucking $14,000 worth of hot dogs or some crap like that.
That's your kind of party.
It sounds like a good time, but I don't think it was hot dogs that they were eating. And the symbol for Comet Ping Pong was the recognized symbol for pedophile communications. And that's, a known fact. The FBI released documents that showed that symbol and said that it was correlated with, covert communications between pedophile rings. And there was a guy that went and thought that there was, or claimed that there was children being held in the basement of Comet Ping Pong, and he shot through the floor. That also seems kind of like a patsy, like an MK Ultra patsy that was used to create this big media sensation around it.
To say, look how crazy the people are that think Pizzagate's a thing.
It seems as though the cat was kind of maybe getting out of the bag, so they got ahead of it, and then they sensationalized it, and then they coined the term. So,
but then Andrew Tate got arrested for the same thing, but he had pizza in his videos because he was like trying to show.
I actually don't know anything about that.
Like somebody was telling me that recently, and I just couldn't track with what they were talking about.
Yeah. So Michael Manifesto says he shot into their computer room and just so happened to hit the hard drive
that had all the information.
Yeah.
I mean, those things happen.
Sure, right? And then James Alefantis or whatever, like Ja, whatever. I screwed it up last time I was talking about this, but it literally means like boy lover or child lover in French. Like that's the name of the owner of Comet Ping Pong. They're also heavily tied in with the Podestas, John and Anthony Podesta, and John.
And
Podesta.
They're tied in with Anthony Weiner.
Yeah, and if you go to Tony Podesta's house, it is one big museum of pedophilia. All of the artwork on his walls is of children being sexually abused. He's got...
That's not real.
Oh, yeah, dude.
There's a human that just
fucking
has
insane.
artwork of...
Not just a human, the brother of, John Podesta.
Wait, so what does he say?
I might be mincing those two.
Yeah, he's
Tony
like tied
Podesta,
with
John
the Clintons
Podesta.
or was in their campaign or something. But so what does he say then? He's like, yeah, man, it's just like ancient artwork.
I don't know if anybody presses him. I think when you're that rich and fucking, influential, nobody really asks you shit. But the other Podesta is, associated with the whole spirit cooking thing. It's one big web. It ties into Marina Abramovic, the Frazzle drip thing, Hillary Clinton wearing some little girl's face with, I forget the other lady's name. I'm sure the chat knows. It's Skippy. Yeah. There's a horrifying, there you go, Hicktown Honey's talking about it, the audio file of John Podesta, might be Tony Podesta. I forget which one's the little squirrely one that's clearly Chester Bennington's father from Lincoln Park.
Who is? What?
Fucking Podesta dude? Yeah.
No.
Oh my God. If you look at it, Huma Abedin. Yeah, thank you.
Wait, they look alike, you're saying?
It's insane.
Don't turn into that guy that you guys were just fighting with that said that Christian Bale is everybody.
No.
Because now I can't unsee it. Now it's like Harry Kane looks like Owen Benjamin.
Podesta.
Now the guy who was captain on England the other day looks like Tom Cruise. What's his name again? It's just like you just can't win with the people looking like each other.
There's no relationship. AI is like, there's no relationship. Just show me the images. It's fucking insane. Why is that all blurry? I wish we had a better one. Look at that, bro. You guys can't see this. Maybe I should share it with you guys.
No. People can kind of look like
that's insane. Well, he's an orphan, Chester Bennington, who was creating a documentary about child trafficking before he died. Him and the dude from Soundgarden.
How long ago?
When he died.
How long ago did he die from Lincoln Park? And which guy from Soundgarden? Not Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell was also, I think,
working
appearing
on that.
Yeah, he might have been
Chris
appearing.
Cornell died like a long time ago.
They died relatively close proximity to each other.
The Lincoln Park guy died that long ago.
Yeah. And Lincoln Park, if I'm not mistaken, is a military intelligence operation that has quite a bit to do with children, sort of experimenting on children.
Can somebody in the chat knows how long ago they died?
I have Chester's hat. That's cool, FJ. Yeah, I really like so he died a year before Chris Cornell.
But that's 10 years ago or so, isn't it? I feel like Chris Cornell.
This was at the height of Pizzagate. So 2017, around that, somebody said.
Like 10 years ago.
And that's pretty much at the heart of Pizzagate, right when it starts to take off. Same week as each other. Oh, that's even worse.
Huh.
2019. Yeah, that makes sense. 2019.
Somebody's saying 2016.
Yeah, so it was all around that era, but they look exactly the same. It's such a big and what's the word that I'm looking for? Fascinating web. Was it Hunter Biden or Anthony Weiner's laptop? After being apprehended by police, 7 of the police investigators committed suicide. That was Anthony Weiner's, including the chief of police, I believe. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and I was talking.
Wait, who was the chick that he was married to? Abba Houdin or something like this?
Yeah. She was the one that was allegedly in the Frazzle drip video wearing the little girl's face. Hillary Clinton was, but that instance right there, Anthony Weiner's laptop and it was 7/20/17.
Stop. Stop with the creepy music. What's the date today?
7/20?
No, that's not today.
That's not real. Is that real?
No.
Stop it. That's not real.
See, this all gets really weird.
Is that real?
No.
July 2017 for Chester. Dude, what day in July? Do not fucking tell me that we're talking about this.
You better Google it.
On the day. Dude, no. Bennington. Dude, I swear to God. Chester Bennington death. Oh my God.
No way.
We're talking about him dying on the anniversary of his death? What the fuck?
This is what you get, bro. You start playing games with the paranormal stories and stuff. Next thing you know, weird things start happening.
That's weird, Matt.
What's weird is that he was 41 in 2017. I always thought he was younger than me.
Bro, that's weird. I don't know if we have a fucking...
What do you make of that, Raven? I can't really listen to Chris Cornell, dude. Those guys all had like a heavy spirit of suicide.
Nah, dude.
Nirvana.
Yeah, but when he talks, that song, Like a Stone, doesn't that sound to you like he longs to be in the house of the Lord.
They all long to, man. But
I know, it's a
that's
sad
not
thing.
the path they take.
That's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, this is weird.
That's really weird. 9 years ago today.
I was out of the game. I didn't even I don't even remember. Like, it wasn't like the day he died. I was like, I didn't even hear about it.
I really, really liked Linkin Park.
I kind of did too. I heard him on the way to Tahoe one time after just binging all night, and somebody was like, "Let's go to Tahoe," one of those trips, and somebody was playing it in the truck on the way up. I was like, "Yo, who is this? This doesn't sound like anything."
Turn to your neighbor and sing Black Hole Sun Church. Oh my god, bro.
I know those songs are so dark. Though,
oh
dude.
yeah, I didn't like
everything
Nirvana.
from Alice in Chains, everything from Nirvana. Like a lot of those.
Nirvana
dudes
was
like
fucking
death vibe,
music to do heroin to. Like, I did not like.
I mean,
Nirvana.
but it goes hard is the problem.
I didn't like
That's
it.
why people like what?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I
I used to love that music, but then when I woke up, I was like, "Oh no, dude, I can't listen." To
I
this,
used
man.
to. I mean, I still do. I run miles to Linkin Park. Like, Linkin Park is what I listen to in my headphones when I run. So that's so crazy.
A little dramatic, though, isn't their music a little dramatic?
Sure, but I mean, if you start to suspect that Chester Bennington is the illegitimate child of John Podesta and has a real,
You might be a little dramatic as well.
yeah, a real passion for exposing child trafficking, and then both him and Chris Cornell get murdered or commit suicide a week apart from each other during the heart of fucking Pizzagate while they're both working on a documentary about child trafficking.
That's wild.
Like, these dudes, if that's true, these dudes kind of got a heavy spirit.
All right,
dog.
where do you want to go with this then? This is a very strange coincidence, shall we say, that it's 9 years to the day we happen to be talking about it. Like, where do you want to go from here?
I don't know. That's very strange.
Well, it seems like you know a little bit about this guy's story. Do you want to talk about his story at all? Maybe maybe it's going to tie into something else. We're going to be like, oh, no way.
Points of Authority was lit. Paper Cut was lit. All of it was lit, dude. Are you kidding me?
The new singer's a chick?
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Hybrid Theory, the album Hybrid Theory was just phenomenal.
I forget the name of the one, but I feel like it was like spray painted. I mean, it was the first one.
Yeah, that was Hybrid Theory with the kind of the Reaper looking fairy with the hat, the helmet on.
Yeah.
It's not even Linkin Park. Actually, no, there's a song that they have. It's their hit. I think it's called Heavy is the Crown. It's kind of a banger. Honestly, Heavy is the Crown by Linkin Park with this new female singer is a banger. I've heard some of the other stuff, not so interested in it, but Heavy is the Crown actually does. A Place for My Head crushes so hard.
Really?
So hard. One Step Closer, also so hard. Place for My Head.
Introduce
the
me to
riff that they
metal.
play in the beginning.
Linkin Park isn't metal.
They're hybrid, dog.
What?
I mean, that's that rap rock, really early rap rock.
I never would consider a metal.
Well, I mean, some of their stuff is heavy, dude. Heavy. I mean, just like instrumentally heavy.
Huh.
Place for My Head is so good, dude. So good.
How many albums did they end up having?
That's rap rock, dog. Yeah. I don't know how many albums they had.
I assume they had like 2 or 3. There's people
Breaking
are
the
naming like
Habit.
a bunch of them.
Breaking the Habit is a banger. What? Breaking the Habit? Crawling? Oh my god, bro. Linkin Park fucks.
Okay, relax.
I'm sorry, but
All right, let's get back to this guy's story.
it's remarkable, bro. I can't believe we
Look
ended
at
up
the
talking
bottom
about
is still scrolling.
I know it still says something about the fucking. Okay, so here we go.
All right, are we caught up? Did we read
I
everything
believe
up to that?
Pizzagate and stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that took us off the rails because I don't know. I know the name Pizzagate, but I don't know anything about it. Weird stuff would keep on happening in my mom's house, like a glass flew off a shelf and shattered in the basement when she was home alone. Also, I'd watch her dog sometimes when she was out of town for work, and my phone would randomly start playing this one particular metal song, which was weird. It was Altars and Gore by the band Coffins.
Damn.
There's been some phones recently that just start ringing, and it's weird that they're just ringing.
That's heavy as hell. Altars in Gore by Coffins.
I don't like it.
Good God.
I eventually became more on fire for Jesus, though, and remember watching the End Times Productions YouTube channel. In one of his videos, he had this guy named Josh Peck, not from Drake and Josh TV show, talking about how he was living in a haunted house. Josh Peck is part of like Prophecy Watchers, right? Like,
Oh, I don't know. I think that actually is the dude's name from Drake and Josh, though.
but
Which
Josh Peck, I think, is like part of who's the guy you guys had you talked about the Star of David?
Derek Gilbert.
Yeah, he's like in that crew, right?
Mm.
Talking about how he was living in a haunted house and made the haunting stop specifically by praying for a hedge of protection in and around the house in the name of Jesus Christ. So that's exactly what I did.
Nice.
I prayed to Jesus for a hedge of protection in and around my mom's house in his name, and then all the paranormal activity stopped.
Nice.
Dog, I'm talking the light shining into the darkness and the darkness comprehending at night type of stoppage. Total Jesus W.
I agree. Yeah.
So I highly recommend people do that if you're being haunted. Just make sure to repent of your sins to Jesus, accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, and forgive every single person in your life, Top. If you, that's interesting that he added in Top right there.
Yeah, that is weird that he said that.
If you are having trouble forgiving someone, just remember, Top, Ephesians 6:12, and that those people are affected by demons too. Great point.
You know, I just want to say, somebody's saying that Avenged Sevenfold is gay, which is true. And I used to really make fun of them. And then recently, some of their songs came across my playlist while I was running, and I was able to be like, these guys were definitely talented. These guys were talented. I know a lot of the new metal gets a lot of slack. And look, Avenged Sevenfold is singing about some weird shit too. They're singing about weird shit. But they had a sound. When it came on, you knew it was an Avenged Sevenfold song. And they created a lot of dudes that wore aviators and had glasses. That wore aviators and had tattoos. And that became a type of dude. And we're all familiar with that dude. I mean, I'm kind of sitting here wearing aviators and I have tattoos. But they were very talented, and it took a long time to admit it. And I think it's one of those things where we made fun of Nickelback for a long time, and you go, wait, why did we do that? Nickelback crushes super hard.
They do?
I love Nickelback. Yeah, for a long time I was like, they were a meme. To make fun of Nickelback was funny. And then
all gonna be big rock stars, and
we're all just want to be a big rock star. Yeah, they crushed, dude.
I thought those songs were all kind of stupid.
I mean, sure, but I think they like what happens is if you
that's like early 2000s, where
early 2000s,
yeah, but it was like angry rock, and it was like, I don't know, man, like what's everybody so angry about?
I don't think he was so angry. He had a couple of good songs that were just about like, you know, wanting to be a big rock star. It was literally making fun of that Hollywood rock star bullshit where you become a fake dude, you know.
Okay,
it was all mocking it. There's a song by Avenged Sevenfold called Hail to the King, I think. That shit crushes. That's a that's a great song. But yeah, Photograph is a great song. Look at this photograph. Every time I do
that's
it,
not so like lame and corny.
Nah, dude,
that's like those lyrics are so like a kindergartner wrote it.
Sure, yeah. I don't get so caught up though. You know what it is? I used to be into punk a lot.
What do you mean punk?
Like punk rock.
Yeah, but that's very like everybody means something different by punk.
No, underground bullshit, underproduced, crappy punk rock. Like if you listen to Rancid and The Clash, you're too mainstream and you're a fag. You need to listen to this band that no one's ever heard of that sounds like dog shit, but the very nature
but we're
that
not
it's
part of the system.
Exactly.
Okay,
and that makes it super cool. And what happened was I realized like it wasn't about just enjoying the music. It became about like who you knew, like what band do you know?
But there is an element of like if a band is singing a thing and you're like, okay, this is a band that actually lived through a plane crash and a car crash.
Talking about fucking Blink-182
and heroin overdoses. And so now this song is a lot more meaningful as opposed to like, oh, these guys are singing about something, but like a manager put these guys all together because like he has cool hair and he has cool pants.
So what happened is I stopped absorbing.
That matters, like the spirit behind it.
I people aren't going to like this, but I stopped absorbing music in any real meaningful way. So like where it used to be all about the album and you got to know all the songs on the album and you got to know the backstory and all this shit, like it became a labor. Like music can become an idol. And the whole industry and the story and the albums and getting their next album and knowing all the lyrics, it all becomes like this idol. And I could see the worst of it. Honestly, the worst of it, I think, is on display in the punk rock community because everything is about your superiority over other fans by knowing the most obscure shit. So if you know a band that nobody else knows, like, oh, you don't know these guys, it is hipster shit. It's hipster shit. And it becomes identity driven. And your worth as a punk rock fan is determined by what band you like. And eventually I backed away from all of it and I was like, I'm just gonna listen to whatever kind of makes me happy at the moment that I'm listening to it.
Yeah,
I don't fucking care.
Yeah, because there was a day where I was like, yo, AC/DC is really simple, but I like it. It's like very simple.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Especially like if I'm doing something, because I'm not focusing on music. I'm doing something. So if I was at work and I'm welding and stuff, I just want something that sounds nice and whatever.
Clearwater is like Crushes in that category.
If I'm running, I just want something that gives me an extra gear.
Yeah.
That's got a good tempo.
Right.
So that I can get that extra gear. Right.
Yeah.
I
do
not
really care their whole backstory when I'm just trying to. Okay, that's
not
fair.
at all. Not at all.
You're right. But back in the day, it was like you posted up in your room. Maybe you were burning a couple and you were just chilling in the room and you had the whole album and you listened to it straight through. You couldn't jump around.
And then it was like a communal thing.
It maybe was a little more meaningful, but it's different now.
I started to dislike it greatly because I had come from hip hop where I was like, I had to have everybody's album. I had Ludacris's album and I had The Game's album and I had Jay-Z's albums and I had G-Unit's albums, but then I also had 50's albums. I had Eminem's album. I had to have all the albums. And then like you went to school and you were weighed by that. You were weighed by that. Do you know all the albums? Do you know all the, and then I went to a different place where like I was introduced to mainstream punk rock. And I was like, actually, these guys are kind of cool. Blink and Green Day and all these dudes. I go, oh, this is kind of cool music. I start listening to that. And then immediately I find out, well, like, that's not real punk rock. And I go, okay, fucking cool. So I find like Rancid and all this other shit. And I was like, that's not real punk rock either. So I find like Agent Orange and all these other like bands that nobody's ever fucking heard of. And then I'm like, well, what about ska? And then I have to find like Less Than Jake and all these fucking bands. And it just becomes like this competition where I'm constantly like, oh my God, I'm not cool enough. I got to find more fucking bands that nobody's ever heard of. And then what really became true was the more I dug and the more I got into like the most obscure band that I could, I was like, this music fucking sucks.
Yeah.
This music sucks.
But it gets to a point where you can't say that.
I'm cool now because I know them.
Yeah.
And I'm cool because I know the songs, but this fucking music sucks. And once I got there, I was like, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
Anymore. Like, I don't want shit to do with this. I just want whatever sounds nice. I absorb music literally by the song, not by the artist anymore, not by the fucking album, not by the genre. If I hear a song I like, I'm going to listen to that song and that's it. And I'm not even going to pursue the rest of their catalog. Ska is why he dresses like that. I went through a heavy fucking ska thing. And
really?
It was, oh yeah. But it's all ska.
Is like tied to reggae?
It's just white dudes doing reggae and it all sounds the same.
Yeah.
It's a very simplistic music form and it has a very simplistic dumbass dance that you do to it. It's called, I think it's called like scatting or some stupid shit. And it's so gay. It's so gay. And I liked some of it. I was like, oh, this is kind of good. And then I really looked at it and I was like, it sounds exactly like everybody else. It's just white dudes doing reggae. I'm not a big No Doubt fan. Whatever. Like some of their stuff's
was a little
cool.
before your time.
No, I listened to No Doubt. Yeah.
Like the first music video, I'm Just a Girl. When I see Gwen Stefani come out and start dancing around, I was like, bro, let's go.
Skanking is so gay. But yeah, man, some of it's fun. You take it or leave it. It comes across my thing. Catch 22, Streetlight Manifesto, come across my playlist. I'll listen to them.
But there was something about where like, hey, the stuff that makes it to the radio is corny and it's accepted by the masses for a reason, whereas like Primus is never going to be accepted by the masses, but it's always going to bang.
But I've seen what it has to offer. Like you go, okay, let's break away from that. And like at the end of the day, all that's happened is a bigger idol has been made of those bands and those songs that get radio play than these other things. And the reason that it hasn't been made of these other things is because less people are aware of it. But if you rose it up and you showed enough people.
Marketing, we talk about it sometimes in podcasting. You look at somebody that's got like a ton of things, you're like, oh, they have great production value and they have like a lot of money behind it and they have really nice cameras.
Yes.
Not necessarily better content or worse content.
But that's the thing that they're going like, but this thing is better because it looks like shit and sounds like shit and doesn't have the production value. And you're going like in the podcasting world, I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to watch that.
Right. I like stuff with good production.
If your product looks bad and sounds bad, I'm sorry, dude. I can't listen to it. Like it's got to
be really good. It's got to be a lot better to still watch it.
And I also came to this place too where it's like I used to listen to Sublime a lot. They fucking suck.
Yeah, I never really got into Sublime.
Sublime
we talked about
ass,
that before.
Yeah.
And I told somebody the other day that The Wrong Way was about pedophilia and they were like mad at me. And they're like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
The whole song, it's a hypothetical. The
was
Wrong
it
Way.
Gavin? I think it was Gavin.
Maybe. The Wrong Way is a hypothetical. I don't think that whatever his name is, the lead singer, actually did any of this stuff. But it's so strange to sing from the perspective and to make up and fabricate an entire story. I was just thinking about this as an adult man.
Mm-hmm.
I would not do this. I would not fabricate an entire fictional piece of art about wanting to save a just post-pubescent girl from a hard life with her abusive family, but then giving in and fucking her.
Weird.
What?
Very weird.
What? The whole song is about that?
Very strange.
The whole song is like, I just want to liberate her from her family, and she's getting put into sex working and stuff, and like, I just want to free her, but whoops, I did it too. Believe me, shit was tight. It was the wrong way.
Very subliminal.
Pardon me?
Very subliminal from
And we
Sublime.
go like, yeah, this shit bangs. Like, no, fucking what?
I never got into them, man. I mean, they were always on at like parties and stuff, but like, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But I never got into, like, I don't think I ever owned a Sublime album.
It's just music to smoke weed to. It's just music to smoke weed to. But I'm like, and whatever, like melodically, like it's fun. And
well, it's whatever. It works if you're in a backyard party in Cali.
They launched a bunk genre. What is even the genre? Reggae rap?
I think they had a DJ. They had a guy that was like scratching. So I think that, I mean, it was still just like a reggae type of rock, but they had a DJ scratching.
I just like listening to some of those songs you go back and you listen to, especially like the 80s hair metal era, and you're like, whoa, what? Like so many songs are talking about a young girl.
Yeah.
A young girl, like super young. And they'll drop it every once in a while. They'll go like 15.
So what happened? Did we just get awake to that?
Annie's 12 years old. In 2 more, she'll be a whore. What the fuck?
Yeah. Did we just get awake to that now all of a sudden?
I think so. I think something happened. Top and I were talking about like that it seems they used AI in the Sandy Hook shootings. And then if you talk to this chick, Human Vibrations, she'll go back and say, actually, they were using it as far back as the, what's the little girl who was kidnapped and murdered and the whole world was like enamored with it? John Benet Ramsey. And she says she suspects they were even using it back then.
How? Like what?
Some of the images that they were releasing of like families together and stuff to pull on the heartstrings of America just didn't make any sense when you look at them now.
Right.
But at the time, nobody batted an eyelash. Now you would look at it and you go, that looks suspiciously AI generated. Their legs don't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. We didn't have a framework culturally at the time to scrutinize these things.
Right.
I think it could well be the same thing in the music industry where it's like we didn't have the ability to scrutinize the lyrics and what they were singing about.
Right.
And, you know, I guess it was just culturally acceptable up at the time. But now it's like, I don't want to listen to The Wrong Way. I don't like hearing that song.
Right.
It's fucking gross, dude. I'm like, I got to turn it off. So if you're singing something that like disturbs my spirit and I want to turn it off, and what is it about? It's about the sexual exploitation of a young girl that even the lead singer, from the perspective of the guy in the story, concedes to having done it himself.
That's very strange.
I don't want to hear that.
And even like Rod Stewart had creepy stuff too about underage. Like there was like a lot of stuff about that like, and all of a sudden as a whole, we're like, hey, not cool anymore. Like, this is not cool.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
Weird.
I don't have time for music like that anymore. Same. I don't care about artists. I don't care about albums. I care about individual songs. I unfortunately still have an affinity for a lot of rap from my era, which is music to murder.
But you know what we liked? Yeah, but what we liked about rap was it was very real. It was very much about people telling a real story about their real life, and not just a real life, but a grimy life. Like they were going to survive.
Yeah.
There was something that I think a lot of us could relate to in that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little different for me. I'm not necessarily like in the hood selling crack, but I am getting up at like 4:30 to go to work, and I'm grinding, and there's a grind that I have to keep at just to stay ahead of the game. Just hustle and stay ahead of the game.
Yeah, it is, though. There is this constant theme of like murder, you know, and that's like really heavy because I recognize like a lot of the music, like when well, murder, drugs, bitches, and hoes is like the core of it, and then hey, I'm rich and look at my gold chain and my cool car. When I fought that, so that picture on the ground behind you is me getting my wrist wrapped for going to fight some other.
It was a great day. You did great that day.
I came out to a DMX song because it was the thing that put you in the mood for violence the most that I could think of. I forget what DMX song it was. It wasn't like whatever that fucking is, like Open Up Shop. That one, Rough Riders. Was it? Maybe it was Rough Riders Anthem. Is that the same song? Stop, Drop, Shut 'em Down, Open Up Shop. Is that Rough Riders
Anthem? That's another
Anthem?
guy I was never into. It just seemed like it didn't seem like good rap. It just seemed like kind of like making noises. I'm like,
yeah, he did a lot of that.
Like making noises, but not really like intelligent rap. Like I did like when guys put raps together that were intelligent.
Yeah.
Everybody from Wu-Tang could rap.
Eminem was really crazy because it was so angry. Although I listened to one of my favorite songs by Eminem, I think it's his first song that ever got any kind of radio play. It's called Infinite. And it's literally just him doing like wordplay and lyricism.
Yeah, he took it to another level.
Yeah. And Infinite, you almost don't even recognize it because he's got like the voice of a young man still. I believe it was his first song that got radio play. And
somebody just said Deftones. Let's go.
Deftones. So that song Infinite, if you've never heard, if you've listened to Eminem but you've never heard Infinite, that is a really, really fun song. First track you think of when you hear Eminem. Yeah, man, Infinite's great. Infinite's really fantastic. So, but yeah, music to murder to. Yeah. And I remember walking around with my headphones in, listening to that, and just like, this spirit of like violence.
I remember seeing a sermon years ago, maybe when I very, very first got in the game, and how this dude, a black dude, was saying how God showed him that like there was going to be this musical influence like in the hood that was going to specifically take young black men into hell. Like take them into darkness.
Yeah.
And at the time, all there was like, there wasn't really rap. It was before rap, you know, and it was like maybe Sugar Hill Gang, maybe it was like that, but it wasn't really like gangster rap hadn't happened
Sure,
yet.
you still had
and he was like, what, you know, so it's death metal. He's like, there's heavy metal.
Who did check the rhyme?
But the black kids aren't really into the heavy metal.
Yeah.
And this guy did this whole thing on how the Lord showed him this was coming. And then was like, boom, it's rap music. And
it's insane what they did. I mean, they took Tupac. Tupac was an actor. He was an effeminate, like, dance.
Poems, like writing poetry.
And then they turned
ghetto.
it into this. And I think he really did kind of become it towards the end. I think he really was.
But it was weird. It was a hard thing to balance if you like Tupac, especially like Ready to Die.
I like Tupac,
the double
dude.
album. When he got out of prison, he had a double album.
Yeah.
And it went hard, but it was like, but wait, is this the same dude that was like,
he had a great sound.
Was an actor and was like writing poetry.
Yeah. He was kind of effeminate, talking about his mom.
Like after he got rich. Like,
Dear Mama was a banger. Before that they had a Tribe Called Quest and shit like that, right? Where like that music was just like fun lyricism.
Yeah, but then there was a time where it was like, to be a rapper you got to be a gangster, and to be a gangster you got to be a rapper.
That was so huge. I mean, 90s really birthed it. 80s, 90s, and then 2000s just took it to another place where like they were killing each other in the clubs all the time.
Yeah,
killing each other in the clubs all the time. And it was interesting because you watch
Big L got took out, Big L crushed and was gone.
My son gets royalties off Dear Mama. Why is that? Immortal Technique, taught me about 9/11 when I was 9 years old. I used to listen to Immortal Technique till I realized he was an actual pagan and effectively a leftist in very many ways. And but he was rapping about conspiracies in such a crazy way. I used to listen to getting an episode of NDS. What you listening to? Oh, that's funny. I wouldn't mind but all my perspective on music is from that era, so it would be a short-lived.
You don't listen to any like older stuff?
I listen to older stuff, but not in the way that I listen to that. I have a real soft spot for Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks, and that bitch is a witch.
Witchy, yeah.
She is 100% a witch, but she was so in tune with something. She's being moved by a spirit, and the songs that she's singing, there's like an underlying thing that this is about. Like
I knew people back in the day that I didn't know anything about that, but she'd come out in like a black cloak
with the black hat,
all the candles,
the black top hat. If you ever watch The Shining?
No, but Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. So the sequel to The Shining is Dr. Sleep. Fantastic movie. It's horrifying.
You love that kind of stuff. I don't watch it.
I mean, I've been exposed to so much of it for so long, but I think the lead character is kind of designed from Stevie Nicks with the top hat, and she's like basically a kind of something you might call a vampire. She's been alive for a long time, feeding off of the innocent. And but that black top hat thing is something that comes from it's a real functioning part of an outfit of a high-ranking wizard in like the real Church of Satan, not like the LARPy one with the dumb fags, but like a high-ranking wizard in like, I forget what it is. It's not called the Church of Satan. It's something else. It might have something to do with Lucifer, but they wear a top hat and they'll paint their faces like a skull. In fact, there's a famous music video with Pink. I think it's Jagged Little Pill. Also a great song. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Jagged Little Pill is fantastic. No. Jagged Little Pill is
we saw her with Lenny Kravitz.
That's the album from Alanis Morissette. Like a Pill is the song by. I also like Alanis Morissette. But oh yeah, she's channeling Rhiannon. Yeah, that song Rhiannon by Stevie Nicks. She admits to channeling Rhiannon. Rhiannon is a Welsh witch that was persecuted back in the day, and she's summoning and channeling the spirit of her.
And there's a reason those songs they're so likable, they're so good, they're done well,
haunting.
Yeah,
they're haunting. It's a song that's obviously full of spirit. What spirit? That's a good question to ask. But
well, I mean, I think there is a fair statement to be made. Like, if music is a form of worship, then it's either worshiping God or not God.
There's always a spirit involved with music.
It's not really like, oh, what spirit is it going at? It's like, well, okay, if it's in the music industry, it's not worshiping God.
Yeah. It's all music is created by a spirit, or it has a spiritual influence. So yeah. It has Avenged Sevenfold has a song named "The Beast and the Harlot," and the very notion of Avenged Sevenfold is like a biblical notion.
Yeah,
like
Cain. It was Cain was avenged. I'll be avenged sevenfold.
Yeah,
what's his name?
I think so.
Yeah.
So
he's got the 2 wives. He said, "I killed a man," and
Stevie has teamed up with somebody now. I don't even know. Alanis Morissette is also kind of a spooky bitch, but Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, you look at their album covers, they're in between the Masonic archways, I believe, and she's got the top hat, they're on the checkerboard floor, like it's very occulted. Who's the there was another band back in the day, Blue Oyster Group, something Oyster?
Blue Oyster Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult. Their album covers are insanely occulted, filled with all kinds of mystery school symbolism. Those guys were doing shit like that to the public long before anybody knew about it.
Alanis Morissette, I'm pretty sure is still alive, because I'm pretty sure that first World Cup game for Canada, we were watching, and I was like, sweetie, I think that's Alanis Morissette singing the Canadian national anthem.
Wow. Yeah, she's Canadian.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure. And she's like, wait,
sense.
what?
Yeah, she's still alive.
I'm pretty sure that's Alanis Morissette.
I didn't like, so in Dogma, they're asking about Dogma, the Jay and Silent Bob movie where Alanis,
where she was God. I was
God,
just thinking that and couldn't think of the name of it.
Yeah, of course I didn't like that. I didn't like that she was God.
But that movie was hilarious when I got
to go back and look at it, because homeboy that played Professor Snape that died a couple of years ago, he was Metatron, I believe, which was an angel in that film.
I wouldn't have caught any of the stuff other than I thought it was hilarious. I think that's the one where Chris Rock goes, Jesus, yeah, I know him. He still owes me $20.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I got to go back and watch it. I don't know how overtly insulting and satanic it was or not. I know that, those guys, Kevin James, he's a bit of a leftist homosexual kind of a character. And
the King of Queens?
Oh, my mistake. Who the hell played Silent Bob? Kevin Smith.
I don't know.
Yeah, they were real big in New Jersey because they were from Red Bank.
Cool.
Red Bank, New Jersey. They had like a whole thing out there, a comic shop in Red Bank. Yeah, Kevin Smith. I don't know. I want to watch it back and see what it is. All right, let's finish this. So
story. I highly recommend people do that. If you're being haunted, just make sure to repent of your sins to Jesus. Accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, and forgive every single person in your life. If you are having trouble forgiving someone, just remember Ephesians 6:12, and that those people are affected by demons too. Okay. Also, I just wanted to say that Jesus freed me of my weed addiction too.
Let's go.
In case someone else out there is struggling with weed, I couldn't stop on my own. The only thing that got me to quit was directly and sincerely praying to Jesus to remove the desire for marijuana from heart. I think he meant from my heart.
All right.
From heart. And just like that, Jack, it was done.
Let's go.
Jesus is truly the breaker of chains. Thank you for all you do, Top, David, Matt, and Nancy. I believe you're helping harvest souls for God in the end times. Mike from Missouri, dog.
Let's go. I pray that that is the case. Thank you for your submission. Yeah, man, I would say that I struggled for a long time to stop smoking weed, and that the only thing that, like, the final element was Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, remember I had that weird ass dream where there was that old dog. I had to stab it and kill it and put it down, and yeah, it was weird.
That's weird because I loved weed more than anything in the universe when I first found weed, and I got all the coolest bongs and all the coolest pipes. I'd go to like the I go to Telegraph Avenue and Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco and Telegraph in Berkeley.
Okay.
And I'd buy like the coolest bongs and the coolest pipes. And I had like licorice flavored rolling papers. And like, I would just have like the stash.
Yeah.
I was all in it, dude. And then one day, like, but I never used Visine or pretend like I wasn't high. I was always like, I'm not going to pretend like I'm high any situation. Like all my boys would get high and use Visine and try to play it cool. It's like, I'm not playing it cool, dude. I got the munchies and I want to laugh. I'm going to not stop laughing and I'm going to just do all this stuff. And then when I started to have to get like drug tested and hide it and stuff, from that time on, I just would get super paranoid every time I got high, but I still couldn't quit. It was the weirdest thing. Like I hated it and I'd still do it anyway, just with this hope that like, oh no, this time it won't be like that.
Yeah.
It's very, very demonic, dude. Like, I didn't know it back then. But.
FJ says putting a phallus shaped object in your mouth and sucking on it all day is kind of gay. I did have a cigar yesterday with my cousin. That was really nice. Yeah, I had this weird thing where it's a little bit more complicated than this, but if I would smoke and I would be in public, especially with people that weren't high, my face would feel dirty.
Dirty?
And I would feel like I was making a weird face or something. And I really hated to be.
Yeah, I always felt like, hey, everybody can see that something's not right with me.
Yeah.
I always felt like that.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like I said, having to wash my hands constantly, having to wash my face. I would brush my teeth after I smoked.
I never felt like dirty like that.
Yeah, I would go and shower. I hated it. There was a time in my life where I was still smoking and I hated it while I was doing it.
Yeah,
I hated it. I hated that it had me. I hated that I wanted to stop. It couldn't stop.
Demons, dude.
I hated it, man. I hated it. That's an interesting thing we were talking about with Otis before, and is this idea of like you're going to be this, I'm paraphrasing, but like this representative for Christ, right?
Right.
And that the more you're in that, the more you will begin to like hate your sin.
Yes.
And I can very much attest to that. Like the moments where I slip are very remorseful and they fucking like sting in my memory when they come up, and they churn my guts a little bit when they come up.
Yes.
And it's not that you like completely stop sinning. I mean, I'm so much better at all the pitfalls.
But you're saying there's sins that you look back in your life, or they can even be more recent.
Something I'll slip up. You know,
you just feel like, oh
yeah, man. Yeah. 100%. And
that's what it's saying when we can't continue in sin. It's that. It's like if we're doing it and we're not doing that, it's like, well, you better double check to see that the word of God is in you.
Yeah,
that his seed is in fact.
It is
in
a
you.
groaning. Like that word groaning.
It's like an embarrassed. It's like a
fucking
ashamed. It's like a shameful. It's like, oh
yeah.
You just think of yourself,
and then you come to God in that manner, shamefully. Like I'll feel that. So the sin is a slippery thing, right? So let's say you fuck up in some way, whatever your thing is, and then all of a sudden, like you don't want to approach God, but you know you have to. You have to repent, but like. It'll create a distance.
I don't think I ever get that.
The way I like it is like,
but I will come to God and just be like, I'm just like, you do the talking. I don't even know what to say.
I don't even, I feel,
but I never feel like I can get
I'm
away from them. I never.
No, it's not that, but it's like, you know, maybe that's actually a personal tendency of mine. Like if
I've heard people say that in Bible studies before, that they like don't take it to God like a thing. And I'm always
sometimes not right away. Sometimes it's like it'll take like a day or two.
What do you mean, to kind of determine, was I really in the wrong, or
no, like imagine you did something and you've got to go tell your father that you fucked up.
He already knows though.
Of course. So like logically, if you parse it out, he already knows. But like if you just squash that thinking and just like push it down and delay it, like that kind of a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, if I do the thing, I'm just like, can you please just rip this out of me? Like clearly I'm not getting it out of me. Clearly this is a thing I don't like. Can you just get this out of me? Or do you want me to be like this? I don't want to be like this, God. Like, can you just rip this out of me? Because if my life belongs to you anyway, like that how long am I going to just act like this? I'm doing the best I can. You know, I'm doing the best I can, but that's not enough.
Yeah.
Can you just get this out of me?
It's so that idea of groaning is something that kind of like spiritually groaning, like your spirit groans. That's something that was introduced to me, you know, by the Bible. And then I have these moments where like I can't, not even at my own actions. Like if I'm hearing something, Like, let's say I'm there's this song, I forget what it's like, red something supernova. Man, I gotta find the name of this song.
Champagne Supernova.
No, not
Oasis?
that shit.
Yeah.
No.
I'm familiar with it.
Hold on, wait. How's it go?
How about Chester Bennington 9 years ago?
That's
today?
so strange, dude.
Especially
That's so
because
strange.
you really love that band.
This is a song that's like popular on TikTok. I think it's like a red light supernova falling into me. I probably got this wrong, but it's Red Wine Supernova by Chappelle Rowan. It's a song that's popular on TikTok, so I'll hear it like if my wife's on TikTok and whatever. It's like a catchy little poppy bullshit song. It's very much like that. You ever hear the Pink Pony Club song? Fucking, it's a the fucking Pink Pony Club song.
What are we talking about?
I'm telling you, dude. Chaperone, Chappelle Rowan.
What?
Chappelle Rowan is the name of the thing. So, okay, first let's tackle
Speaking of TikTok, we have a Straight Bible TikTok. You guys got
it's not time for. Okay, yeah, we got it.
Okay, but if you guys play TikTok, go watch the Straight Bible TikTok. Gavin runs.
Yeah, so FJ says fuck Chappelle Rowan or Roni or whatever. That harlot. I didn't know. I'm not absorbing this music. I don't know. So first off, the Pink Pony Club, right? It goes Pink Pony Club.
I don't like it already, dude.
I'm going to do some dancing at the Pink Pony Club.
Listen to a song.
Just listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. Are you listening? And it sounds like this fun little like teenage fucking pop song.
Can you click on Z-Man's comment? Just click on it real quick.
No, I'm not going to click on that. And so it's popular everywhere. You hear it on all these videos and shit. And when my wife is scrolling through TikTok, comes up because people will use popular songs as the backdrop for their videos.
Makes sense.
So it happens constantly. And then one day I hear the song in its entirety, and it's all about like this girl who lives this fucking country bumpkin life, who feels this calling to LA. And her mother is pleading with her and begging her not to go, but she's going to go anyway. And she's going to put her high heels on, and she's going to go be a whore on the stage at the Pink Pony Club, which I guess is like a whore club. And I'm like,
shocked to hear that.
Dude,
that's
like,
what Pink Pony had anything to do with
what the fuck? And like the whole thing is just like, sorry, mom, don't give a shit what you're saying. I'm going to go be a whore. And I'm like, damn,
I don't like
dude.
any of the songs. There was a country song that used to be cool, and Bella had it on when she was little. And it was the girl Miranda Lambert, I think, and she was going to slit her wrist. And I was like, no, we're not listening to that. We're not like letting those words like be out there like that. And it was some like cool song about how she was going to slit her wrist. Like, yeah, that's not cool.
Bro,
and
that shit was,
and it was even country. Like that's supposed to be like wholesome, I guess. Like,
I think there's a song called Ohio is for Lovers by Hawthorne Heights. I only know this because it came up recently. Somebody said, what is the most emo song you could think of? And my wife asked me that. And I said, what's the song where they go, cut my wrist and black my eyes? Like, what
Linkin
a gay thing. No, dude, what?
That's Linkin Park, dude.
That's not Linkin Park. It's
100%.
Pretty sure it's a song called Ohio is for Lovers by Hawthorne Heights. But there was this popularization of like the gayest shit ever. And it was all about like, piss on me, beat me, cut my wrist, black my eyes. I'm a pussy.
And then you're like, what is this cutting thing? Like the kids were cutting themselves.
Yeah, and I have
people
like,
you go look at the demonized man in the Bible, and he's cutting himself. He's out by the. You're like, oh, that's a thing. Like I never knew anybody that was like cutting, but maybe it just comes and goes in generations.
You know how weird that was for me coming from like gangster rap, and I moved to a place that was like kind of sort of a white neighborhood where emo music and scene music, which is like I guess emo music, was really big. And I was like,
I don't even know what emo music
I came from a place where everybody was like, their ass is hanging out. They're sagging their pants because they want people to know in prison that they're open for butt sex. What? And then you go to this place, everybody's wearing their sister's jeans.
No.
And yeah, it is like
emo.
Yeah. Emo is the sister's jeans with the hair over one eye. My life was like, whoa, it was so sharp. That song too, the Papa Roach thing, that song like goes so hard, like it sounds good. But I cannot stand how fucking terrible. Cut my life into pieces.
That's not the same
that's
song.
That's Papa Roach.
About?
No, that's like emo with a heavier.
But it was Christian. I remember back then people saying Papa Roach was Christian.
Father Roach was a Christian band.
Yeah.
Father Palmetto Bug.
And immediately I was like, oh, they suck. Never mind. I'm not even gonna.
Very gay.
I'm not even gonna listen to them.
So this other song that I was talking about right here. It's called
Chappell
I don't
Roan.
know. No,
we
it's
play it or we'll get
Chappelle
thrown off of the
Rowan.
internet?
Red Wine Supernova. Magician's Cut. What the fuck does that mean, dude?
Well, I'm not surprised.
So I'm not gonna play it because it's fucking super gay, and of course, yeah, we will get dinged. But when you listen to it, it's just like this poppy little girl slop song.
Sure.
But when you
Baby,
listen to
why
the
won't you
lyrics,
come over.
it's
It says
talking
the
about
lyrics right there.
Where's the lyrics?
Baby, why don't you come over? Red Wine Supernova.
Can I do the
falling
lyrics?
into
Okay,
me.
here we go. This is the part that
Look how she's dressed. Dude.
I know, yeah. Something my mini skirt and go-go boots just make me want to move, whatever. Yeah. So at some point, okay, here we go. So she's going on, she's talking about a girl, right? What I like, what you like, long hair, no bra, that's my type. And then she goes, want me to fuck you, baby? I will because I really want to. And I realize as it's like playing, I'm like, this whole song is about this fucking.
Is that her? Or is
No,
that
that's what's called a stud, which is a black lesbian that looks like a man. Yeah, it's a, So, but yeah, the whole song is just about her being a lesbian and aggressively, outwardly just saying like, and we're gonna fuck because it's great. I'm like, dude, like these songs are really, I've become such almost a boomer in that way where
I love it.
I'm like, the delivery is so, they mask the most egregious and disgusting shit under this like poppy little filter where everything sounds upbeat and fun.
Sure, that's wizardry. You don't know what you're taking in, but you're taking it in without knowing
fucking wizardry.
Just dress it up a little different so it's easy.
It sounds like something that you would like if you heard the noise and you didn't speak the language, you'd go, this is a song for little girls.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Boop, boop,
it's exactly what they're doing.
Ding, ding, boom. Like everything sounds like the music video is like puppies and ponies. Well, and then it's like,
it kind of is.
But we scissoring, bitch. Oh no, she doesn't say it like that. She says it in even this like this voice. It just doesn't sound like that's what you're singing about. It doesn't sound like that's what you're singing about.
I know. It's very strange because like the American people don't think that they're under wizardry and witchcraft and sorcery, but it's like the most people under the most spells that they cannot come at because they're like, no, we're too materialistic and we're too shallow of people and everything's about money and material things here. We're not
still operating.
There's no spirit realm.
It's operating so hard.
That spirit is making you just materialistic and making you number to that unseen realm that's just controlling you.
What's Mindless Self-Indulgence? What did they sing? I listened to Mindless Self-Indulgence back in the day, but I don't remember what the fuck they sang. It was like a couple of songs that I liked, and it was probably their main ones. System of a Down or Death. I love System.
Same.
System is crazy though. Like,
where was the guy from?
I almost said Lithuania. It's not Lithuania.
But it's something like that.
Yeah, it's a weird place with a funny name where they all eat seeds apparently. In one of his songs, they're talking about is it which one's the one with the river? We're one in the river, then one again after the fall. Serbia, Armenia. They're just saying stuff. I don't know what's true,
but that sounds about right. I don't know. There was like Pogo Stick. I remember there was like I don't even remember all the names, but I had the album, their first album.
After the fall, Hypnotized, Mesmerized, One Again After the Fall. This song has like some interesting lyrics where he's talking about a spirit. Life is a waterfall. We're one in the river and one again after the fall. A little bit Gnostic, a little bit interesting. So I got to find the lyrics though, because they said something. Oh, it's Ariels. Ariels is weird because they have that little black-eyed child in there, and it's really all about UFOs. Life is a waterfall. Swimming through the void, we hear the word. That's interesting. We lose ourselves, but we find it all. We're the ones that want to play.
Well, that's intriguing too, because if he's talking about the scripture, Jesus says you must lose your own life to find it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like the lyrics of this are interesting, but the whole thing is actually the music video is about aliens. And we drink from the river, we turn around and pull up our walls, swimming through the void, we hear the word, we lose ourselves, we find it all. There's one thing he says about a spirit, and when you lose small mind, you free your life.
I mean, that could be a Christian line.
Yeah. Maybe it's not this song. It must be a different song then. It's crazy because it's like there's no lyrics to this. There's only like...
Well, you might have went through it too quick.
No, there's like 15 words, and then they're we are the ones that want to play, swimming through the void, we drink from the river, life is a waterfall, arrows in the sky. No, that's it. Not a lot of lyrics. Banger of a song. I love System. System is fantastic.
Especially if you're about to work out.
Yeah. heroic suicide, the beginning of Toxicity. He says that the toxicity of our city.
Yeah,
all right.
It was a weird band because they weren't really like, they didn't sound like other stuff.
Evanescence isn't like that anymore. All right. You ready to end this?
What? No, dude.
I don't know. You seem like you're getting sleepy. I saw you did a big stretch and
I like the long
and a
episodes,
lawn.
dude. It's good for the alligator rhythm.
Oh,
dude.
they from Kazakhstan?
Yeah, Kazakhstan. Let's get a pizza.
They're trying to build a prison. They're trying to build a prison for you and me to live in. Yeah, that's a fucking banger. Armenia.
Okay, Dave will know. He said Bo is half Armenian.
Okay. Oh, also there's a song by Jimmy Eats World that I didn't think I liked Jimmy Eats World that much. I thought they had like
cartoon.
No, Jimmy Eats World has a song that like actually goes so hard, and it almost seemed uncharacteristic of them, and I had to ask myself if I was mistaken in my assessment. Who is Jimmy Eats World, and what do they sing?
There's
Jimmy
no
Eats World?
S on it. It's just Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World, whatever. Jimmy Eat World. There is a song. The Middle might be The Middle. No, Sweetness. Are you listening? Whoa, that's a good song, but that's not.
No,
there's fucking.
Those are all kind of lame, dude.
No, yeah, that's a good song.
You're really good at singing though, and like making the song sound like what it actually sounds like. I can't do that. I can have a song in my mind, but there's no way I could make you know what that song is.
Oh,
really
no,
good at it,
The
dude.
Middle's not a good song. I don't like that. Well, it's
Exactly.
fine. Songs. Let me see songs.
Jimmy Eats World Tour 2026.
There's a song that's like hard. It sounds like AFI. That's what it is. They got a song that goes hard, and it sounds like AFI.
AFI that was like Pennywise, like the old
AFI with Davey Havoc. So it's not The Sweetness. Is it Pain? One of their heaviest and most commercially successful tracks. It has to be Pain then. It's a good song. I was running and that shit came on and I was like, oh shit, dude.
What? So how are you getting all these songs when you're running? You just have on like a radio station?
I have like a Spotify playlist where I'll just pick like alternative hits of the 2000s or whatever.
And so it's not like you don't pick all the songs.
Jimmy Eat World, Pain. Is it Pain? It might be. I got to look at the lyrics because it sounds like AFI and it goes super hard. Yeah, I don't feel the way I've ever felt. Oh yeah, dude, this shit crushes. I gotta see if the chat is if they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they think it's lame.
Pain, dude. They think it's lame about that. Old AFI crushes. I like old AFI. That fucking Miss Murder shit is super gay. Super gay. Immortal, I think, is a
Alien Ant Farm had like one cool song, the Michael Jackson.
That's it, yeah.
Knockoff.
I get mad when they come on.
But I was excited when I heard that song. I was like, oh, dude, the rest of this album is probably gonna crush, dude. If this cover song was that good.
It's a fucking they didn't. It's a cover song.
Dude.
Yeah, so Pain by Jimmy Eat World. If you like AFI, you like that. There is what was I running to that came on the other day? You said Alien Ant Farm. I don't like them when they come on. I turn it off. It's just because that one song. Oh, 3 Days Grace was pretty good. I like to listen to Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. Remember that song? That was like their hit. If I go crazy, then you still call me Superman. If I'm alive in the world, will you be there?
Now, dude? I feel like you're like this old man a little bit.
Kryptonite. That's like 2003, I would say. Only a couple of years off the back of 9/11. That's how I. All right, let's fucking bring this in for a landing. All right,
dude, I'm gonna do this.
No, we're
3
talking
hours,
about
man.
nothing now. We're not talking about anything.
Okay, what do you want to talk about? What's the Bible? I like what
listening.
Otis said. He said, "What's like a thing that's like really on your heart lately that you've seen in the scripture, just something from your life, or you've been gone for like a long time, dude.
Unk party up in here.
You were gone all weekend, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really. I mean, I was trying to. My wife was gone. My wife. Hold on. Wait. I think we have the button for that. Which one is it? Is it this one? My wife. She was gone for. Careful with those buttons. Don't just go pressing those buttons.
None of them work, dude.
Good. So
did you unplug it? Was that wire? You're like, what wire is this?
I don't know what the fucking button. And while she was gone, I said, I'm going to clean the house up and I'm going to do some research so that I'm fresh with my mind and I got some topics to talk about. But I really don't think that works these days.
What do you mean?
I think, and I pray that this is the case.
Yeah,
I ask
why
God that this
don't
is the
you
case.
ever like sit down and prepare stuff? You always just wing it at the last second.
Whatever I move to is what I.
Okay, but what would happen if you did prepare a thing?
I don't know. I have done that in the past. And oftentimes what happens is the conversation organically just moves in a different direction.
That's okay.
And it's just none of the things that I've researched are applicable anymore.
You only did it on the Raven when you were solo, though. That's way harder.
I wouldn't do research on the Raven. I would just pick things and we talk about it. Like,
well, if
whatever.
you were going to do, if you were going to write a book,
I would literally only write about my experiences.
Huh.
Because once you write a book on a fucking theory or something like that, you become pigeonholed into that, and then you become married to that.
Okay, so take that out of it. But if you were going to write a book that you wouldn't be pigeonholed to, like, what would be the thing that you would write about?
It would be the alien and demon connection. On this show, it's old hat, but it's like, I think...
you don't think there's any new alien stuff you could find at this point?
Well, so this is what I was actually trying to... TLC was a very research-heavy show. It's not true, Abba. So... what I set out to do was to watch a documentary that got put on my radar, but it's not out yet. So I ended up just watching the trailer for it. I thought the whole thing was out. I was like, all right, I'm going to put aside an hour and a half. I'm going to watch this thing, try to retain some of this information, see how it fits against what I think I understand. And but what it was specifically was a new documentary is coming out. It's about disclosure, but it comes from a fascinating point of view. Can you maybe guess whose point of view, what group of people might be sharing their point of view on disclosure?
Well, we already had Disclosure, Steven Spielberg, so it's not that.
But that was a fictional film, and that really doesn't matter too much, although I do think that it touches on this. But we had Age of Disclosure, the documentary that comes from a governmental standpoint. Now we're having another documentary come out about disclosure from a different group of people standpoint, not a governmental, but
the church.
Okay, elaborate maybe further.
The Catholic Church?
Hey!
No way.
And I go, fucking fascinating.
Let's watch that on a show, dude.
It's not out yet. And when
does it come out?
It's interesting because they
for a long time the dudes were saying, like, L.A. Marzulli,
yes.
Steve Quayle, they were saying, like, yo, the Vatican's talking about, like, baptizing aliens.
So after talking to Leo Zagami, he brought that up in a big way, like how the Vatican was, associated with disclosure. And I realized, like, they have kind of taken, it might have been Leo that said this, they've kind of been quiet. Even though we're really here now.
They were talking when nobody else was. Now everybody is. They've gone quiet.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for this, like, emergence of the Catholic Church and their opinions as an authority. All of a sudden, this documentary is coming out, and I start watching because I'm like, is this it? Is this the beginning of the Vatican or the Catholic Church coming out of the shadows to express their opinions and ideas about disclosure? And it's only a trailer. I forget what it's called. I have it pulled up on a tab on my laptop, but a couple of the things that they say that are really interesting is they're talking about how it's going to be a moment where you're going to have to start to reassess your ideas, but they separate themselves. They go like Christianity is going to have a hard time with this. And I'm going, wait.
Catholics say that?
Yeah. That's weird.
But they're not saying we're not Christianity.
Right.
They're just saying in general.
I just thought that was weird. Maybe that's my own lack of understanding of the nuances because I figured, like, if you're Catholic, you're fucking Catholic, and you don't say that I'm Christian, you say that I'm Catholic.
Right, but they're just saying, including us, Christianity is going to have a hard time.
So
that's what they're trying to say.
That's what I didn't like is, like, okay, so you're coming forward as this body of
But this always
believers.
Just comes back to, like, the church not knowing what it believes.
Yes.
It's been showing up to Sunday shows. I don't care if it's 5-6 decades and still don't know anything.
Yeah.
Still haven't been affected by Jesus. Just kind of like hearing some random sermon every week, and it's not really, like, connecting. So then, like, when the crazy stuff happens, like, oh, what's our position on this? Let's let somebody tell us. Let's where's the professional in the pulpit? Let him tell us what to think on this.
So let's see. Maybe it'll tell me.
But that's why one of these things that, like, Jesus died for the descendants of Adam. Like that. Like that's it.
Yes.
Like you wouldn't think that mattered. I came to that
turns out it
conclusion
does
a long time ago, but I was like, oh wait, I guess maybe now in light of this, it does matter.
It's funny because when you type it in, get this big ass thing in it. When you type it in, AI tries to go, whoa, are you talking about Age of Disclosure? It's like, no, but close. It's called Not of This World. Catholic Faith in the Age of Disclosure. And I think these things
when
are
does it come out, dude?
I'm not sure. Maybe I could click on that. And U.S. Cardinal exorcist should be private, removed. Nope, that's not it. Not of This World. I would need Not of This World release date. I don't know, but I would like to. Let me see if I can do it. Watch it. Maybe we should do a watch party of it.
Yes. Let's get pizza.
This World release Release.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Release date. I don't know what Pendragon means. Depends on which one you're looking for. The Pentra album? No, thank you. The Dale Thompson. Good Christmas.
What in the world?
It just told me what it was. Catholic Disclosure. Not of this world. Okay, by the end of 2026. That's all we have so far.
What?
By the end of 2026, which we're halfway through the year already.
Yeah, but I thought you were gonna like watch it this weekend. So I was like, oh, maybe you missed it by a week or two.
So, what's really fascinating about that is they're coming out. Like if you're Christian or Catholic, you might watch this documentary like, well, let me see what
we're supposed to think. And
they're basically like, I don't know. This is gonna be really like, hey, bitch, I'm not shaking at all. Why am I not shaking? Why am I not shaking? Why am I not confused?
Yeah, I could care less, dude. Let the world do what it's going to do.
You're going to go out and speak as the representative of the body of Christ and say people are going to be real confused and there's going to be a lot of reassessing that needs to happen. Like, no, that's not true. I'm fine. Why am I fine?
Yeah, bring the aliens.
Who the fuck is clicking on that? Oh, Nancy.
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Where's she been?
Hello.
How's it going, Nancy?
Good.
It's really good to hear your voice.
Thank you.
How's everything going?
Good.
Did you like how World Cup ended?
Spain, right?
Yeah, but I mean, just in general, like all the games. She's trying very hard for one-word answers, and this is going to
you're trying to
that a little bit.
Monkey wrench it up.
Yeah, like all the games, not just Japan.
I didn't really watch too many of them.
What?
Good.
I thought you were into it.
No, she's heterosexual.
No, not really.
Did you ever watch Meet the Robinsons?
No.
Why do you pretend like we're friends and then like you say you're going to do it? You say you're going to do a thing and then you don't do it?
I'll do it.
Are you okay?
Yes.
What's wrong?
Have you had coffee yet?
No.
Do you have to take a poop?
I'm writing it down. Meet the Robinsons.
Oh,
okay.
I thought she was writing down.
No, it's you're going to be glad that you watched it.
Are you boiling water?
Not at the moment.
Okay, gotta get some coffee in you.
Is there really anything wrong that you want to talk about? It just feels like something's not right.
Is there something on your heart, Nance?
No.
All right, you keep your secrets. That's fine.
Someone put a couch in front of my house.
Can you get out?
Yes. Well, it's on the sidewalk.
That's kind of cool. You should go out and like hang out on it. No, that'd be like
It's
so
probably
cool
got
if you're just out there, just like hanging out,
hypodermic
eating
needles
pizza on the couch.
What
out
if you
there?
called your boss and said, I can't come in today. Somebody's put a couch in front of my door.
Nancy,
I could try.
How is that special someone you were talking about at work?
What special someone?
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Well, you don't say that. Don't allude to there being a special someone. The men in the chat are going to lose heart.
They do really like her.
They do. All right, so I think we're done here. Are we done here? It's fucking 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Yeah. No, we don't have Nancy just got here. Let's make a show like with Nancy now. Let's let her talk.
No, I gotta go. Look, Tiz Martinez says, I need wife. I need the wife. I gotta admit, my wife was gone for a couple of days, and this is gonna sound super gay. I was like sad.
What?
I was sad. I don't like sleeping.
You didn't like the freedom?
I did to do nothing. A house is like just a kind of an empty shell.
You didn't go to the beach or go ride the longboard?
So, I mean, I took my son to the place where all the black kids were, and then I came back, and I had to go back to...
Wait, that was a day trip to Clearwater and back?
Yeah, I didn't really want to, like, stick around, and so I dropped her off in Clearwater. No, I've not been on vacation. I dropped my wife off in Clearwater. I did go to Wikiwatchy, which sucks because we just got rained out. It was too cold. No,
because I was like hitting you up this weekend to hang out, and I never heard back. I
that's
just thought you were on
100%
vacation.
not true. You did not hit me up at all. But I only had to spend one night in my house without my wife there. And I was like, this is a sad, empty place.
Really?
Yeah.
You love her, man.
And then when I was in bed, I kept like, as I'm dozing off, having this idea that she was there. And then I'd like realize she wasn't there. And then I'd get sad. And then I'd grab one of my cats and I'd try, but they're kind of a feisty little, and they don't want to be wrangled in that way. So I can't hug them.
Making it weird, dude.
No, not like not a sex thing with my cats.
Well, but with you,
I didn't do sex with my cats. That's bad. That's also abuse.
Yeah.
And the Lord frowns upon it.
Yeah.
To do a sex with cat.
Yeah. That's not good.
All right.
Okay.
This has been good.
It's been fun.